Scunthorpe. Aside from having a swear word in its name, Scunny's perhaps best known for steelworks. Or what's left of them.
It's not the easiest of places to work, but there's a good laugh. We all got on.
Meet Dean. He used to work on the steelworks. Now he and his family get by on the social. And it's the same for most of the people he knows.
Got no else to do up here but breed and feed, have we?
To survive, they've had to learn how to make their money stretch.
Bit on the side, eh? Chicken fillets, kid.
I'll buy a razor or some links.
The kids have found their own ways to enjoy themselves.
Officers, having a good day.
There's always rough justice when it all gets on top.
Smash window. You're not going to smash no window.
And if you really need a break, you can have one. At Her Majesty's pleasure.
Shoplifting.
It ain't Buckingham Palace, but if you scratch the surface, people are just trying to do the best with what they got. And they haven't got much. For Dean, his wife, and their soon-to-be 7 kids, and families just like them round the country, this is what it means to be skint. Since the steelworks started laying off, jobs in Scunny have been harder to come by. Worst hit is the Westcliff estate. Now, not everyone round here is on the dole, but most of the people you'll see hanging around are between jobs, as it were. And if you've naught to do, life here revolves around a wall where everyone sits, called the wall.
Why do people gather here?
Because there's nothing else to do around Westcliff.
So everyone just comes here to chat and just, I don't know, just go to the shop, get a drink, come back here, just chill.
Drink beer, smoke weed.
Socialise. You can get anything at the wall, mate. You can, anything. Absolutely
Class A's
anything.
to Class C's. It's an illegal shop.
It's an off-licence.
And when they say anything, they mean anything. Today it's some meat that looks like it's escaped from a local warehouse.
So do you eat a lot of chicken?
15 quid. To get the more than half price easy. But I think a business, son.
We got any left? Pop round, yeah? Yeah. Cheaper, innit, than the shops? Can't beat it. Back of a car, back of a van, so what? Even chuck the chicken in for now, bless him. Good lad.
Dean's been on the social for a year now, and feeding a family, especially one as big as Dean's, on what the social pays is always a stretch.
Oi! Shut up and get your tea. Both of you. Right. Start here. There's Danny. She's 15, she's my stepdaughter. There's Harry, he's nearly 8. He's my stepson. Leah's 12, she's my stepdaughter. What? James, who's 16, he's my stepson. There's Latham, 2-year-old, that is my son. There's Alfie, 5-year-old, he's my stepson. And there's Claire, my wife, and this is the next edition.
All right.
They do me head in, but I won't change it for the world. That's why I married her.
Don't pass me to that because
First time I met Claire, I was leaving the pub one night, just paralytic. I just said night Claire to her. She got talking to my mate who was still in the pub and said, oh, I won't mind meeting him. So he got her on the phone while I was pissed up, just trying to sort a one-night stand out for me because I'd just come out of a relationship and just ended up staying together, and that was just from saying night, pissed up. I mean, I take after my dad for the drink, obviously, but can't be all bad if I met Claire.
I might just fall out.
That is my only fault, drink. Make sure the kids are sorted first. If I can't afford food for the kids or the bills aren't paid, I won't buy a drink. I'll make sure that's done first. All the money in the world, I'm not bothered, I won't change them for the world. None of them. Got no else to do up here but breed and feed, have we?
Often the worst affected when there's little work are the young uns growing up. Easy to see why you wouldn't bother going to school if you can't see a job at the end of it.
What's coppers chasing you?
And that there's more fun to be had being naughty than staying out of trouble.
What's coppers chasing you?
Kids around here will always get in trouble. There's nothing for them to do around here, you know, to stay out of trouble.
They're not all bad, but young Connor is definitely one to keep your eye on.
Fuck the police.
Connor's pretty well known locally. He lives round the corner from Dean with his mum and his little brother.
What are you looking for?
Telling you, Connor.
How old were you when you first got excluded from school?
Year 7.
You were year 7. What's that?
I don't know, like 12 or 13, isn't it?
Right. And how old are you now?
15. Been kicked out of 7 schools. Don't go to school, I don't want to go to school, it's shit.
I don't know if it's because he's slightly dyslexic, but he's always struggled with his work, which then he gets angry, frustrated, and then he lashes out.
Connor, get up.
Connor's now supposed to go to a special boarding school for kids with behaviour problems, but he hates having to leave his home and family.
Connor!
Yeah.
Come on!
2 minutes.
We'll be here in 2 minutes. Look at the state of your bedroom.
Whoa! Oh, fuck, you mad? I have to go to school for 6 months, like every day, weekends and stuff. All week, 7 days. I'm not going to fucking do schoolwork when I'm fucking weekends. My mum fucking makes about chilling and shit. Fucking stupid. I'm have to go mad.
Just get up. You're taking the mick now. It's 8:15.
Well, go then!
Well, get up then.
Go then! Fuck off! I'm not for fucking school.
Get up.
I'm not for school.
Get up.
I'm not for school.
People are waiting.
Fuck off!
I can't physically get him out of bed. I've tried, but then he just goes absolutely mental. So there's only so much you can do, isn't there?
What?
Give me that phone then.
No.
Give me the phone. Get up.
My phone.
Get up.
Well, move, Dave! Ow! What's this?
What are you doing with me?
Fuck off.
Connor, I swear to God, this is the last chance. I've got 2 minutes. When I come back up the stairs again, watch. Get up.
Watch now.
You're going to school.
Fucking idiot.
Thanks. Thanks a lot, Connor.
Smash a fucking...
You what?
Fuck off.
You what?
You both fuck!
When times are tough, the black market always thrives. Even if you don't do it yourself, you can sometimes rely on it to make ends meet. Especially when you've got a big brood and a little brother on the dole.
Get out now.
Oh, wait. Sorry! Yeah, I'll give you it back. Dickhead, bro.
No, I'm not. You just got none of this shit at home. That's why you go over the top when you're here.
Dean, I never go in your stuff when I'm here.
You liar!
I like your fridge though.
I've got loads of turkey in there because I fucking shoplifted the other day. And bacon.
The joys of knowing smackheads. They are good for one thing, robbing food.
Anyone knocks on that door with cheaper stuff than the supermarkets, mate, I buy it. Too rare. Bernard Matthews, beautiful. Wait on. Do you want any cheese? And I did have 6 packs of them, but I gave Greg to take home with him.
And some carrot cake and a full box of peas.
Carrot cake, he took fucking box of me bastard tea bags to scram you.
Yeah, well, you don't drink fucking tea, you alkies,
So?
It's easy to find the local shoplifters. There's some who nick to order, and others who just flog whatever they can get their hands on.
He didn't get a graft, I did.
2 of the best known grafters are Tracy and Mikey.
Some razors and some links. Them and some of them.
How much will you get for them?
tenner a piece on these and £1 each for the links. Don't want to buy a razor, do you? I'll buy a razor or some links. Nah? How many do you want? 4?
Yeah, but you're going to have to go see if you need them.
Oh, yeah. Avon.
Avon. Here.
Yeah. There you go, look.
Even if I got done, I'd still fucking buy a phone.
Oh, no.
I need to. I couldn't keep my family going on the prices they charge. They all need deodorants, they all need sprays and stuff when they're doing their hair. They're getting to the age where they want to be looking nice.
This is where so like Tracy's services come in handy.
Yeah, she's good with the makeup and the deodorant side and the hairspray.
Straighteners and the fucking curling ones.
Yeah.
The fee from the rich
And then
man to help the poor, the struggling.
Good lad.
Robin Hood style. Except for we're not in Yorkshire, mate, we're in Lincolnshire.
Couldn't put it any better, Mikey.
But Sherwood Forest is round the corner that way.
Well, that was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's always that easy.
No. No, it is with stuff that people want. Right, now we've got to try and score. And then it's think again where you can get some money from. Snakes and ladders. Up the ladder and down the snake. Game over.
Life goes on 24/7 for some people. If you don't have to get up for work, why go to bed? It's the wee small hours, and Dean and the missus are just back from the hospital. She's dropped her 7th, a beautiful baby boy.
My little chunk. Shiny, will you go in that fridge? Pass me the milk, please.
Tell me who I'm looking at here.
This is Hunter Dean Bell. New edition. Just overwhelming. And don't get me crying. Because I'm trying not to now.
Do you know, it's so emotional, isn't he? It's unreal. Danny was baby.
Shut up.
Yeah, the eyes are filling.
It's black in it.
No, well.
So,
don't hold him. Have you changed his nappy yet? You get a surprise, he's not like his dad.
Fucking hell, they're massive. And a big
No,
willy.
He's got a fucking massive
Even the midwife who was checking him says,
Lace him up,
well,
big
it's definitely a boy, isn't he?
He's a fucking
She even
beaut.
made a
His
joke
name
about
is
it.
Can't be my fucking kid. Nowhere near like mine. Mine are all shriveled up and fucked off.
You won't be able to ask your mum that question.
Connor's upset someone on the estate, and as a result, his mum Jordan has had her windows put through. Lucky for Jordan, Dean's a dab hand at windows.
Fighting, fucking and fucking drinking, that's all they do around here. They're both in bed still. See that? Yeah. Start using it.
Yeah, get it
kick them up the fucking ass. Go on.
And what do you think your landlord would have said if you'd seen these?
I think he would have asked me to leave. It's happened so many times now.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Fucking beatings, fucking shit. Fucking screws in the bastard. Fucking spiders. Fucking hell, that's hard work. Bastard. That way. Fucking idiot. Don't let it drop, whatever you fucking do. You fucking arsehole. Oh, it's holding now, Greg. It's not rocking, look.
Shut your mouth. Come on, hurry up.
Done.
Cheers, darling.
Not a problem. See you later, look.
All right, darling.
I'm a
Thanks,
bit sweaty, be careful.
Oh, that's all right, don't worry.
See you later, look.
Tell Claire I said hi.
Pop round for a coffee.
Yeah. Can you get me a fag?
When Connor does make it out of bed, he ain't on his way to school. And the more time he spends out of school, the more time he spends with his mates.
It's a black bear. Oh yeah, how much selling it?
Yeah, it's a bold though.
Yeah, well, that's shit, that, innit?
Well, do you want to buy it?
How much?
80 quid.
Ah, you fucking idiot.
These phones sort of fall into your lap quite often.
But blackberries, every day. Every day. Oh, I read all that, it's like, why didn't you say you love me?
She wanted to be shagging, laugh my arse off. Are you coming? Yes, but not yet. All right, I'll just text my nana again. I'll get her told, no reply, or laugh my fucking arse off.
How soon would you ever sell that?
Oh, when someone mails me back on Facebook, like, got me on the website going on that. No, yeah, stuff for sale on Facebook, I swear down.
Really?
Yeah, you sell anything on there. Robbed pushbacks and what?
You just got rid of the wrong people and just gone off the rails. Oh, yeah, they've all been to prison already. Yeah. All his friends have all been in and out of prison.
What are you doing?
He's a bit of a follower, Connor, though. He's easily led. Just going to like all his friends in and out of prison, I think, probably.
You want to see that dog pull someone across the floor?
I can believe it.
If you're unemployed and want money, it comes from one of two places, the social or a bit on the side.
Most people just sign on or on the dole or sell drugs. People get roped into it, don't they? It's an easy thing to do. If you sign on and you ain't got money and that, if you sell drugs, it's an easy way out. It's just sitting on your ass and selling, isn't it?
If you're not into selling drugs, phones or shoplifting, there's just your benefits to get by on. There's people think you're loaded if you're claiming for a big family. The more kids you have, the more money you get, that's for sure. But it still don't go very far.
You don't get rid of a kid just because you're worried about what people are going to fucking think how much money you get. I've worked 23 years. I think I've earned a bit back off the social. And if they're bothered about me claiming a bit of money, let them fucking say it to my face. Because fucking other people get it for nothing. Other people get it and they haven't even fucking done a year's work in their life, so I couldn't give a fuck what anyone thinks. And that's my honest opinion. I've got to feed my kids at the end of the day and look after my kids. And I'll do anything for my kids. Whether it's legal or illegal. I'm not bothered, I'll say that. There's people who haven't even got a tin of beans in the cupboard. I mean, we're learning to manage. We struggled from July up till Christmas. And now we're just getting into a pattern of getting used to how the money comes in, used to how to pay in the bills, how to make sure we've got enough food in. So I'm used to it now.
But if you have a habit to feed, your benefits are never going to cover it.
I used to be a good shoplifter. I just get caught all the time now.
Why do you think that is?
Because I know who I am. And I take the piss. I go in a shop for the makeup and then they go check the shelf and it's all gone.
You're not very subtle.
No, I don't care. I just take it all. I need to take it all. And then I need to wait for them to stock the shelf back up again. To go back in again. Body shop, I'm banned out of there from getting makeup. Boots, I'm banned out of there for the makeup. I'm banned out of there from everywhere.
But when needs must, there's always the street.
I mostly 15, 20 quid. I slam the car doors if they offer you a tenner. Some of the lasses do everything for a tenner. Need a belt on. Because otherwise they try and go down your trousers when they haven't paid. in the car, in an alley. They pay more if you bring them back to your house. I've come home with 100 quid before, but no, it doesn't last long. I'm lucky if I wake up with any money in the morning.
Where does it go?
Gambling. And that's it. Oh, here's another one coming down the road. That's the state of the road who gives it away for a tenner. Yeah, in a minute. Fox Street.
To try to keep the real troublemakers off the street, the court's put an electronic tag round their ankle, which lets the police know if they're out of the house after their curfew. Doesn't always seem to work, though.
Why do people put on tags?
To try and keep them out of trouble, but it doesn't, it just makes it worse. They just breach it. He's on the tag. He's on the tag now, well, it's better be, but he ain't got it on.
Is it very common to be on a tag?
It is for me. It's for everyone, isn't it? Yeah. You commit a crime, go get arrested, go to court, get put on tag. Can't be arsed with a tag because it's bullshit, so you fucking breach that, go back to court, then get a fucking few hours community service or more yacht, more tag, then you breach it again, then you might go to jail.
And then it's just one big circle.
Do the same again, and the same again, and the same again, and the same.
You go back to jail and you think, what the fuck am I doing back here?
Connor's still not been to school, but he's promised his mum he'll stay in and not get into trouble.
I mean, how does it make you feel when you see your mum, who's obviously very worried about it?
Should be good.
It makes you think that, does it?
Yeah.
I want to fucking go out, man. All my boys.
Fuck, I can't go out the fucking house. It takes fucking piss.
That's why I want to go out. Chill.
Oh, coppers are chasing them. Go, 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 go. Ah, shit. Coppers are driving on the path and shit. Fuck the police. Ah, look at them. Little mugs.
You done that?
Me, by accident or not by accident.
Officers, you having a good day? Having a good day?
Twocking bikes is popular with the young lads around here. And the kids all know the alleyways and backyards like the back of their hands.
Right, be fucking careful. Shush. I just fell over. Don't leave it. Yes, they've only got one.
Come on. Come on, cycle going in. What the hell? Like it's bad. Well, you know we knew we climbed on the roof.
As if they only got one bike. I think they know the second one's there. Yes, they've walked straight past it. Straight in the kitchen, put it in the house. No, just run in the house. Put it in the house, bring it round, open the shed. Open the shed. Quick. Spin it. Lift it all right, lift it. Lift it, you fucking bike. Stop where there's a fucking brick. Fucking lift it all with a brick, you bitch. Grab it up. Bam, it's in. Bam. Yeah. Get the key.
Fucking hell, this drama. I want to go outside.
I only go out for 2 hours, I come home and it's like World War III. So once again, I come home after 2 hours and the garden's full of you utes. Yeah?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but it's not funny, Connor, because it looks bad on me. Once again, I'm having a go at you, Tom. But once again, the neighbours are looking bad at me.
Fucking hell.
Don't swear at me, Connor.
I'm a
Connor, don't. No, you're not.
No,
you're not. See, this is what it's like.
When and crime are all around, it can be a struggle keeping your kids on the right path.
There isn't really any discipline for the kids around here. They don't listen to anything. Well, mine don't anyway.
Hi!
Dean's stepdaughter Leah's only 12, but she's been getting into some trouble at school.
Alfie, get bloody dressed.
Look. Tick, 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 tick. All day.
Oh yeah, yellow one lot.
What's this? You got?
It's a report card. It's just if you like quite
She's always on report.
bad.
Because she can't be asked to behave.
I'm on report for 10 days.
I reckon they should put you on it for a bloody year.
They just give us ticks if we've been good that lesson, like there.
You got lots of goods on there.
When she isn't on report, she doesn't get a good. That's your toast on, you can take it with you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What?
At least Leah's at school. It's been months now since Connor last went, and he's still hanging around on the estate with his mates.
The only time I don't worry is when he's in bed asleep. And sometimes that can be 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, depending on who he's hanging around with.
Have any of you seen Spin's dog?
No.
Even in the small hours of the morning, it can be pretty lively round here.
You want tag?
Yeah.
Time you got to be in.
I'm not beaching now.
What time you got to be in?
7 in the morning.
Eh?
What?
Yeah.
Are you fucking mad?
I used to be a prolific shoplifter. So they lock me up, they keep me in during the day, so...
the shops are shut at night,
Yeah, fuck it, just turn into a burglar, innit? Say crime don't pay, and it does. Crime does pay. Crime pays better than a fucking proper job. That's if you got the balls to do it.
Fuck the police, see the police, don't chat to police. See the police, headbutt the police.
Connor's mates can see he's heading for trouble, and they reckon he won't like where it leads.
You cry, Connor, trust me, first time in jail, everybody cries. Ask anybody that's been to jail, they cry the first time they go to jail. As soon as he gets arrested and goes up to court saying, you're going to jail, when he comes down, that's when you want to be filming it. He'll be on his knees, crying, please, don't take me there. Trust me, I know what he'll be like.
Would I fuck?
Connor, you're a lot younger than me.
We're doing push-ups and so it's like, come on, you
You're
fucking
too
bastard.
confident, mate. We'll see. It's a bigger thing than what everybody thinks.
What have you been arrested for, Tracy?
Shoplifting.
What's going to happen to you?
I'll either get put on a DRR or I'll go to jail.
Tracy, jump in for us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right, I'll see you later. Try ringing me later.
Okay.
Back round at Dean's, Leah's been in trouble again, and not just at school.
I think she's had a couple of fights with kids. But it's silly stuff, just a mouth, just gobby. Think she's, do you know, like they tell her to
She's just a bit clever with her mouth, but she's not like... I don't know. What is she actually getting in for, Dean?
Shoplifting, love. Well, why ask me? You was at the meeting yesterday, you fit cow.
No, I'm on about school. God's sake.
School is a behaviour. Not willing to work in class.
Yeah,
not wanting to talk to the teachers
Listen
with
to
respect.
Yeah.
Then out of school, she's pissing thieving.
Yeah, she got caught shoplifting with one of her mates at Co-op.
She's grounded. As soon as she comes in from school, she has to go upstairs, get in her pyjamas. She's allowed down for a tea, and then she goes back upstairs. Whatever homework she's got, she gets done, gets in her pyjamas, and stays in her bedroom, tidies her room, or whatever she has to do. That's what Claire said.
Yeah.
But we'll see. See how she gets on by the next interview. If it's not no better, she's got a long time in her bedroom till she leaves school, hasn't she?
Are you grounded at the moment?
Mhm.
Tell me a bit what's been going on there.
I can't. I don't like it. I shouldn't have done it in the first place anyway.
I mean, I know why you've been grounded.
Yeah, but I don't really want to say it.
No. Is it a bit? Is it something that you wish you never did?
Yeah, very, very, very.
Do you know why you did it?
No, I just my friends do it, so I just copy it off them. I know I shouldn't have done it, and if I can go back, then I would actually not have done it. And I ain't seen my dad in a long, long time. I mean, like, I've texted him on Facebook and I've texted his girlfriend as well. But my mum thinks that now they've got the baby, they're not really cared about his other kids. Now that he's got his own baby. I'm sure he loves me. I'm sure he loves Harry and Danny still.
Obviously, you always want the best for your children, don't you? Try and give them a better life than you had yourself. I feel like I failed. I've just got this fear that he's gonna die young. That's how I feel back on it. If it's on the streets or... I don't know.
Why'd you get into trouble, Connor? Nothing to do. It's shit. That's not an excuse, but it ain't nothing to do. Must be good. Oh, I'm knacking me. Just wanna go to sleep. Get 2 blankets, go to sleep. Mom! Where's Mom? Let me in.
Ah, Skegness, the Ibiza of Lincolnshire. Dean's wife Claire is in Skeggy for a hen do and has got some time on her hands.
This is about the 5th time I've come to see the gypsy, which is good. It's got a few things wrong, like, but no one's perfect, are they?
You know who I am, don't you?
Yeah, I come to you all the
You
time.
know I won't keep my mouth shut, I'll speak the truth.
Yep.
Do you want one or two?
Two, please.
You got a long life.
Cool, yeah.
There's a new baby.
Yeah.
There's a new baby of a little boy.
Yeah.
There's another one to follow.
No. It's going for the snip soon.
It's not my fault. I see a baby girl.
Right.
She's coming in your life to make you happy. I don't see men beating you and treating you cruel no more.
No, not anymore.
You're strong-minded.
Yeah.
You give what you get.
Yeah.
There's good health, there's peace of mind, there's happiness for you. Stop worrying for me. Gypsy, bless the day you've come to see me.
Thank you. She said I'm having another baby. I don't think so. No. She says I'm having a girl. No chance. He's off for the snip. If it's happened already, I'm going to fucking kill him.
Until Claire gets back, Dean's stuck indoors with the little uns, and Leah, who's still grounded.
I'm so bored.
Oh yeah, that gypsy said that I was going to have another kid.
Fucking
And I was
no.
like, no, I'm not. I said, off for the snip. And she started laughing. And she says, no, you're having a girl. I felt like saying, yeah, you fucking told me that
No
before.
chance. No chance.
And then I'm out last night and I had to go to the toilet and I threw up. And Vera was like, you're fucking pregnant. And I went, am I? Fuck.
Fuck off.
I said, I'm not. I said, we've been careful. I was not going to get pregnant.
We have been careful.
We have very been
Apart
careful.
from one night.
Haven't we? Oh yeah. I forgot about that night. I am actually late. Oh, fuck's sake.
Cold sweat? I feel like getting the knife out and chopping my nuts off my fucking sen.
Ah, fuck's sake.
Oh, yeah. Go take it.
You'll have to wait. I don't need a wee yet.
You don't want to know yet, do you?
No.
Go for a wee.
Ah, fuck
Go
off.
for a wee.
I don't need one.
Go for a wee.
That's not going to make me want to wee.
You're quite fertile, aren't you? You had sort of, you know.
Shit, Claire is.
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus. All I'd have to do is spunk on a hanky and the flies would do the rest.
Jane!
It's true though, isn't it? I feel like an hamster in a cage. Every time we fuck, we end up with a kid. Well, yeah, I'll get you some in a minute.
Thanks.
Oh, you've been nice now, you want something?
What toilet?
Watch what?
You alright?
Yeah? Fine.
You're not going to believe this. I'll tell you in a minute. Can't find my fucking...
Oh. Never.
No, I'm only joking. I'm winding you up. I just said I was going to go wind him up now. It's negative. I just thought I'd wind you up and give you an heart attack.
But accidents can happen, and neither of them want another mouth to feed.
See people are nearly like nine or 10 kids. It's like, why would you want 9 or 10 kids?
Won't take that far.
I could just.
I think the most is about 6, not 9 or 10.
No, someone on Zoe's close has got 8 kids. I think it's 8.
I don't think people get slated round here for having loads of kids.
No, it's just if they can't handle the kids, then well, they don't get slated. Just honestly, people don't really like them.
Why are you smiling? I saw you smiling. You think you're clever, don't you? Go outside and get in the car. Go on.
Today is Connor's last chance to get to school. He's had a letter, and if he doesn't go, they're going to come down on him and Jordan like a ton of bricks.
I'm not off then if you don't get... I'm not off.
Get in there, I'll go in.
Go on then, go in then.
He hadn't been for 4 months, so he's going to be a bit nervous. I understand that. I'm nervous for him, but I still don't give him the right to treat me like he does.
Come on, what are you doing? Get your leg in the car, please. Close the door. Stop being silly. Can't drive the door open. I hate that.
I'm now in you, calling me names. Now get to school. Are you going to school or are you now in that front? See why to put up noise? Not I'm nodding his head, not that. Go then.
Get in the car and go to school, Connor. You're causing trouble.
I'm off the mask. I'm off the mask. I'm off the jaw. My fucking phone. Fuck off.
Give me the phone if you're not going to school. I'm not giving him the money for it.
I smash your fucking... Watch, I smash your window. I smash your window. Yeah.
No, you're not. Fuck off me. No, you're not. You're not going to smash no window. You're not going to smash no window. No.
Bringing the police, Jordan.
You know what, Connor? You're not even coming in my house.
Good, see you later.
I'm not a slut, Connor. You're finished at mine. Don't come near mine.
Just feels fucking numb.
After their pregnancy scare, there's no doubt in Dean's mind 7 stepchildren and 2 of his own are definitely enough. So he took himself off to the doctors for the snip.
Whoa, watch me, you're hitting.
See you later. See you later.
No.
April, come here. Can't clean around Daddy's legs today.
Hey.
Daddy's got parley. Yeah, Daddy's parley.
Yeah, I'm not very well, mate. Do you see it? The incision? No?
Where is it?
I don't know. What am I with? I've got to wear these tight pants to hold my nads up so that... just wait a minute. So that... Jesus! How fucking small are these kegs? I've got to hold my nads up. Fucking spiders! I made a Speedos, but fuck me. That's ridiculous, isn't it? They said the smaller and tighter the better, so if it holds you up, you'll not get any pains as much and it'll stop your balls swelling like footballs and shit. So,
Feel better?
it does actually. Feels more spotted. Not that I have much to fucking cover anyway.
Being a parent round here is no picnic, that's for sure. It can be a struggle keeping your kids on the straight and narrow, especially if they don't see any point in trying too hard.
Connor, what do you reckon would make your mum happy?
We didn't quite catch that. Can you say it again, Connor? Because of the lorry being good.
And once you've got hooked on that cycle of drugs and crime, it can be difficult to get out.
I've been branded, haven't I? You get branded something. How can you change it? The only way you can change it is to move away.
But just like the steel that this town's famous for, people round here are tough. They keep fighting, long after they might have fallen. They don't give up. Most of the young'uns on the Westcliff estate want the same as everyone else. Even those that don't have a job still want money, love, maybe marriage one day, kids. But the more Skinton area, the less likely they are to have their dreams come true. Except for the kids bit, that is.
It's like the fashion to have a child young, like everyone wants them.
Do you think it's harder bringing girls up than boys?
You worry about girls, Mark. They're going to end up in the same boat that most of them are around here. Pregnant. No career, no prospects.
Dean's wife Claire got pregnant young and wishes she'd waited a few years.
So how old were you when you had James?
I was 19. I was 18 when I got pregnant. I was 19 when I had him. To be honest, at the beginning I was a shit mum. I think I was anyway.
Yeah, you didn't even look after me.
My mum had him most of the time. I'm a better mum now than I was. Got more time for him than I did. You know what I mean? I was too young. And I was 19. I wanted
You wanted to go out getting pissed.
Compared to nowadays.
Claire's got 2 teenage daughters and worries about them following in her footsteps. Especially Danny, who's been spotted driving around with older lads.
15, you don't want to be driving about in cars. Kids at that age drive crazy.
I was driving in one car. You're making out I've been driving around in loads of different cars. How did you know I was in Lewis's car anyway?
Got me mountains.
Obviously, yeah, clearly.
Who is this guy you've been seeing?
Who, Lewis? Just guy.
But is he older?
He's not as old as Dean's making out. He's not that old. Dean's like, oh, you should be doing stuff. I'm not like that.
How old is Lewis?
17, nearly 18. Shut up.
For girls around here, what's the typical kind of guy that they go for?
A bad boy. It is, isn't it? Somebody like with a bad reputation.
Fighting, jail, burgling.
There's like 2% of people around here that have a decent relationship.
Like, you can't help who you're with.
You can't help who you fall for either.
Check my push bike what I robbed from Job Centre yesterday. Look at that beast.
Young Fergie definitely qualifies as a bad boy. Right now he's wanted and he's hiding out from the police. He's no stranger to jail, but this time going inside would mean leaving his new girlfriend Zoe behind.
Do you think you get out? No, I don't know. If I get charged with it, then they go to court and all. But I'm not guilty anyway, because the description what they give's not me. So they can fuck off.
I tell him all the time. Daughter.
Are you doing that, Joe? What? No.
And if you don't go down, he's got to sort his fucking head out.
All comes down to this.
And stop smoking so much of that.
Is it harder to do prison if you've got like a girlfriend waiting for you?
I don't know, because I've never been in jail with a bird waiting for me. Fucking hell, it did me head in.
If he does go to prison,
she'll cry.
How would you feel?
I'd bail my eyes out.
Do you feel it's come at a bad time?
Yeah, it has. I just feel about college farming. I just got myself a bird. I mean, I'm trying to chill out when this has come up.
How long do you think you'll get?
Good 2 years.
Yeah, a couple of years. I've been done for robbery before as well.
I don't know what I'll do if he goes down. No.
Will you stay with him?
Yeah. Think. Yeah. I don't know, because you can say yeah, but then after a bit you just...
Drift
sometimes,
apart.
you just can't wait, can you, that long? Depends how long it gets anyway.
Because I said to Joe when he went to prison, I was like, if you get more than 6 months, I won't wait for you.
Mm.
And are you worried about what happens if you disappear for a bit, if you go to prison?
Yeah, paranoid to death. Shit, I've brought it myself, won't I? I ain't even done it anyway, so.
Fuck the feds. Back. Close.
Most parents despair of their teenagers, but at least they've still got them, and sometimes even know what they're up to. But some kids don't have family or an estate around them, and have to grow up fast. Jemelia's just 16, but she's having to cope on her own, save for a dog, Pip. After a couple of weeks homeless recently, she and Pip have found shelter in a shared house in Scunny Town.
Jemelia, what's life like in this house?
It's alright. Suppose. Does get a bit boring.
What, living here?
Does sometimes, doesn't it?
Serious?
If you're not in, if Sarah's not in, no fucker's not in, then by God, what are you going to be like? You're going to be bored out your nappers. This is Lily, my good friend. Can be a bitch when you want to go up to her and just... Oh, what's my phone? Hello?
Do you want some of this, Jemelia?
Let's have a slice, please.
Yeah.
Jamelia and Lily are the youngest in the house. They're no angels, but they haven't had it easy.
Me met just after Christmas. Yeah. And I thought I was going to get along with us. I don't really get along with girls.
I hate lasses. I don't talk to lasses.
But when we got to talk to each other and that, we told each other about life and that, and because she had her mum there with her and I had my parents there with me, so we understand each other.
Jemelia left home when she was young. By 15, she was pregnant, but social services made it clear from the start it wasn't going to be happy families.
This was my first scanning. I was 15 when I was pregnant, and I was 15 when I gave birth. This is my daughter. When I found out I was pregnant, I was over the moon. But 10 weeks before I was giving birth, that's when I found out social services were getting involved and I'd be taking my daughter off me. So that's when I didn't want to give birth. She was born Sunday morning. She weighed 6'1". And I straight away had skin to her. It's the happiest day of my life. It really was. I don't like social services, they took my little girl away. Your baby snatchers, people call them baby snatchers, to take your baby away.
It's been a rocky ride, but Jemelia and the baby's dad, Liam, are together at the moment and wish they could have their baby back.
My daughter's got like little curls and all. Do you know for like when she goes christening, that's gonna be her christening shoes.
No.
And then when it's like the party bit, put them into these. My special day. Teething and all, so that'd be good because she's teething. I just don't want to leave this shop. Let's go. See ya. And it'd just be amazing if, do you know, like to say you could have her back. That'd be the best thing ever.
Jemelia still sees her baby regularly, but next month, the courts will decide whether she'll ever have a chance of getting custody. Rich or poor, young or old, everyone tries to do the best by their kids. But it has to be said, some girls seem to be starting younger and younger nowadays.
Why do people have kids around here?
Well,
benefits.
No,
Do it for the money.
Some people do it for the money and some people don't.
Like if you get like most people just get caught pregnant, but they don't intend to get pregnant. But if they get caught pregnant, they will have the baby.
Some people have kids because I don't know. Maybe they might have a shit time at home with their mums and whatever, and just want to get out of there and love someone because they don't feel loved.
What age is too young to have a kid round here?
14. That's just taking absolute piss out.
A few streets away from Westcliff in Riddings, there's a lass who's just turned 21 and has 5 kids already.
Well, Declan, he's 5. He's my oldest. He's to a different father. There's Oliver. He's 3 in May. He's also to a different partner, or ex-partner. Honey, she's Graham's daughter. There's the twins. A lot of people my age that have got children, they all get stereotyped, mainly for slags. But that's not the case at all. All 3 of the dads, at one point in time I did think that I genuinely loved one of them. It's nobody else's business to judge me. I might only be 21 with 5 children, but I think I do the best I can, thank you.
Neither Hayley or Graham have a job, and they survive on the social.
Me and Graham get income support, and we get child tax credits. A month I get a total of £1,600. My rent gets paid for me through council tax.
Even though you leave them?
You are getting paid just to basically sit on your bum. And I can understand when people at work get angry about it, but then they also need to realise that they've never been in our situation.
I'd love to work and go out and make a living, but you just physically can't. There's no jobs available. It gets me down because I can't provide for my family, but you have to make do, don't you?
Lots of people always go to me, why would you have 5 children at 21, and especially when you don't work? I don't feel that people should just stop having kids because they don't work, and I reckon we're wearing our rights to just as much as anybody's working.
They may be young, but Hayley and Graham take their commitment seriously, and now they want to make things more permanent.
When we say we love each other, we always say forever and always to one another. So that's what we're getting today.
And they're not stopping at matching tattoos. They've decided to tie the knot.
We live together, we've got children together, we love one another, so it's just to say we are married. And no one can say, oh, they're just some little kids having children.
Sweat it in there. I proposed to her about 1.5 years ago. Now, some people don't believe in marriage and stuff like that, but I do. It just shows that we're a family and we've all got the same last name, and the kids can go to school saying, oh, my mum and daddy are married, and so like, because not many parents are married these days.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Back on Westcliff, Fergie's still hiding from the coppers. After 2 weeks, the police have tracked him down to his own house. All his girlfriend Zoe can do is watch.
Where is he now?
In the house.
He's in there.
No, but because they've raided my house, I've let them in so they can look around. They've raided Zoe's, and they've gone there 3 times, and obviously no one's answered the door, so they're just going to kick the door down now. They'll just be waiting for a warrant.
Not in!
Fuck the police, can't catch me.
No matter what, that's it now. They'll get him today.
We'll raid the full house so we're like top to bottom.
He'll be in his attic or something.
Yeah, and they'll know he's in there.
Oh, he hadn't even got his jazzy, bless him.
It'll not get long. We'll get, I'd say, we'll either get 8 months do 4 or 6 months do 3. We'll not get a year. We'll get for that, whatever it fucking is done, it's fuck all, man.
Did this happen quite a lot in Westcliff?
What, people getting arrested? Yeah.
That you done now? That's me done.
Fuck no.
Dad, so you're going in your car? Yeah. Your car?
I'll ring you later, Zoe. Oh, shit.
Cunts. I'm gonna kick his dad out.
Assholes. Fergie, safe, yeah? See what it was like last night with his piss. He's like, I love you, Zoe, and shit like that. It's his first proper girlfriend, isn't it? Obviously, he's had pussy before, yeah, but obviously it's his proper girlfriend. It's funny, innit? It's funny. He's not bad. He's good. He just does bad things like everyone does.
Thing is, in her crying and was just like, and looked away. Like, he's like, here, say bye to your girlfriend, and then just put his head down because he wouldn't have been able to look at it because he would have started crying.
A handy place for some young'uns to catch up is youth court on a Thursday.
What?
Did he go in?
Yeah, give me his bags.
What? Here's a bag. Are you mate? Please.
Fergie's mate Connor is there today with Jemelia. Hanging out at court means you know who's off to prison or on tag, and there's usually something to go at.
There's some trouble in there.
There's taser in him again. Swear out.
All right, bye. GP just came out of court, walked through the hallway, 2 coppers was there. It was all calm and everything, then as soon as coppers pulled that taser out, that was it, he lost it.
Jemelia and Lily aren't scared of courts or prison.
BRIGHT.
In fact, it doesn't look much tougher than their life on the outside.
Jail's like fucking, what is it the saying is? Fucking, it's like going Butlins, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what people say.
Most of my mates are in fucking jail.
Do you think if prison was that bad, do you think half of the people in Scunthorpe would still get into trouble? The only one thing I'd be scared about if I went to prison, it's only one thing only.
What?
It's losing my daughter for good.
Well, obviously, because you've got a kid to think about. I haven't.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if I go to jail or not. Obviously, I don't want to.
If I didn't have a kid, I think I'd be in prison by now. Honest to God, I think I would.
Get your stuff on, we're getting the police and get you out. My house, shut your mouth.
I'm fucking getting counsel, and I'm not thinking nothing's threatening.
Jamelia's in danger of being kicked back on the street. She's been in the shared house for a month, but hasn't paid any rent yet.
Jamelia's getting kicked out. Why? Because she's not paying rent or she ain't got a tenancy or out here.
Touch of a landlord threatening a 16-year-old girl, eh? Lily, can I put my stuff in your room? Yeah? My stuff is going to be in Lily's room. Well, I've already rung them myself. Trespassing. So 1 minute, first you want me to get my stuff, but now I'm trespassing. Fucking hell!
You're kicking a young child on the street.
Coppers are
All they can do by herself. I bet it takes them all over. Yeah, well. Just be nice.
Oh, fuck that. It's them 2 fucking nasty coppers that arrested me ages ago.
You're saying, but don't.
Yeah, they will afterwards. You only spoke to him.
Yeah, and filled him in with loads of shit. I'd go up there, mate, just be nice and just say, come over here with you, please. Just be nice. Don't shout. Manners.
Please, can I have a word with one of you, please? So I've been there for a month and a half. We'll pay that back pay. And also, when we get mouth and benefits and that, I'm sorting it all out so I can rent that room out. And you know what I'm like, so you know what I mean? I said, don't have a cut me. And he goes, don't get out, Ab.
I'll be honest with you, all right? I'm not going to drag you out and kick you on the street because obviously you're 16 years of age. I can't do that.
He's letting us stay for the weekend. Got me on way. We both apologised to each other and that. I mean, I did say to him, look, I did got out of hand and that, you know. And I said to him, what about if you had a 16-year-old daughter and she was on the streets? And he goes, I've got a 13-year-old daughter now, I want my daughter on the streets and that. So, fucking hell. I think it's a red mouth, a bitch. I know. I admit that I have got a gob.
Were you worried earlier?
Not really. Been on the streets before. Slept in Dad's back garden. Me and Liam. In the freezing cold.
Do you ever regret leaving home?
I didn't leave home. Kicked out. But I understand now why my dad kicked me out. Kept getting into trouble, bringing coppers round and that, putting stress on the family. I just want to settle into a home. When I'm going to be there, get it all decorated, looking nice. Get my daughter. Don't want to keep moving about like I'm a dog. One day I will be that happy girl with a nice family. Having one big mansion full of kids. This is my song, Joe Chipmunk, when it goes, sometime in life you fall apart, sometime in life you break your heart, but one day you'll realise you'll be alright.
A mansion full of kids might be a nice dream when you're 16, but the reality of big families is big responsibility. And if you're relying on the social, then you're at the mercy of the social too. Dean's applied for some benefit, because Claire's had a serious illness on and off for the last few years.
Complex pain syndrome, it comes and goes. She's had it, what, 4 or 5 times a year sometimes. The worst one was about 8 months stint. 8, 9 months. We had a nurse coming in 3 times a week. Enjoying that.
But they've just heard, and it's not good news.
So we're not allowed it. She can do everything on her own.
Which, they're right in a way, because I can. When it does come, bloody hell, I can't do nothing. I can't even wipe my own arse.
Fucking arseholes, they play Russian roulette with your fucking life, it does your head in. Who are they to fucking flip a coin and say, no, you're not having the bastard?
It's shit, innit?
I'm getting fucking madder and madder here. Fucking hell. Alright.
Oh, dear me. Nude.
Hayley and Graham and their 5 kids are at the mercy of the social too, and they've just had some bad news and all.
Our child tax credits have been stopped, and that's what we basically live off for 5 children.
Why has this happened?
Because they seem to think that we haven't informed that Graham lives here, but everybody knows. Job Centre, Child Benefits, it was actually the registry office that informed them. But they reckon they wasn't to know. So now they've had to stop the claim and restart it as a new claim for a joint application, which can take up to 6 weeks. Food-wise, we're like down to that last little bit. And the twins' milk, that lasts us about 5 days.
How much money do you have left?
£4. If we can't feed our kids or if they haven't got nappies on, that'll be us that's in trouble because we've let that happen. But I don't see how we've let that happen when it's the stupid government that's let it happen. And the fact that we rely on the social, but the kids rely on us, they don't understand. So if they're having to go without, it is kind of our problem to fix it. The social don't care if they go without. I understand in some ways because there's some people out there that have got the money but they just try and fob the social off so that they can get the extra money so they can go out on a piss and stuff. But for us that don't do that, and we have actually got nothing,
So much for their wedding plans. Jemelia's sorted her rent, so she can stay in the shared house for the time being. And the oldest housemate, Sarah, is trying to make it feel a bit more like home.
You got a picture of me fucking letter? This is our home, not a DOS house. Can we all stop making it
Feel like a shithole.
Feel like a shithole by putting rubbish in bins and
stick together in making a home.
Who wrote that? Sarah.
She's living like a tramp.
What the other one doing?
Went to see my daughter today. And when I went there, she had a big smile on her face. First time since actually crawling. And she was walking with me, but she was holding my fingers. And she was bouncing and was just playing, she was kicking her little head off and that. And she really loved it. But I'm not keeping my hopes though, do you know what I mean? Thinking, oh, I'm gonna get her back. Cause, no! Because if I don't get back, I'd be disappointed.
Jemelia won't give up hoping that she'll get her baby back. Liam is a bit more realistic.
You've got to be there, Liam.
Where?
To court. On the 19th.
Why have I?
It's your daughter, that's why. It's your daughter.
Yes, Gemma. I'm not going to go to court yet, and I know that I'm not getting my daughter back.
Oh, Liam.
Why am I going to go to court to fight for somebody some fucker else to have her? You know what I mean? There's no point, is there?
Liam has to sit back with her, because you'll either get adopted in Warwickshire. This is important. It's about your daughter. Your 9-month-old little girl. Fuck, have more respect about
her. Love's never simple. Whether you've been together 2 months or 2 decades, you can never really understand it. And when you're young, it's even more intense. You hop from being nuts about each other to hating each other's guts.
What's a bad relationship?
No trust.
No trust.
And overthinking things and being paranoid about like the other person like doing stuff. Like obviously, if you don't trust them, you're going to think about cheating all the time. You're going to sit and overthink things.
This is what I made. Jemelia loves Liam. 1 month we got together. We kissed and it made me feel like I was flying. 2 months being together, it got harder and harder for us. We kept on arguing, but our love kept getting stronger and stronger now. 5 months being together. On the 9th of September 2010, you asked me to marry you and I said, yeah, that was the best day of my life. Thank you for making me the happiest person in the world. Love, Jemelia. We split up for 5 months and it was hard, but I think that was for the best because we did used to fight.
Sometimes it's over jealousy.
Sometimes because we're just mad. Well, I love him so much and I hope he loves me like I love him. And I hope he'll never fuck me off for anybody. A nice smooth lip kiss.
Right, back in a minute.
Pip, in! Come back.
When you're living on the edge, it doesn't take much to tip you over. Liam's popped out to meet Jemelia's brother Josh, and he hasn't come back as quick as he promised.
Liam! Quickly. And I think that's him all the way down there. Liam! Oh! What the fuck are you playing at? What? Shut up, Josh, right, yeah? Why are you down here for?
Stand there, yeah, and shout, Liam!
Why are you down there? We said you're going to be over there. You said you're going to be 2 minutes. Hey, not come
because
down
Josh was
here.
walking down and we went and tried and got some fucking shit off that guy.
If you didn't lie to me, I wouldn't be like this. Josh, shut up.
Lying about what?
Well, I need that be different right here. I said just nip it there for 2 minutes and now go somewhere else.
Shut the fuck up, mate.
No, I won't shut the fuck up, Liam. No, I won't. Can you stop fucking bullshitting to me?
Fuck you. Who the fuck would want to be with you?
You said right, yeah? You come back here and you did say, oh, I'm going to the lighthouse as well. That's lying.
Look.
That's what he's lying about. Just shut up, man. Yeah, I won't talk to you, just talk. Oh, man. Shut up!
Why do you get so angry?
Don't know. Just don't know. Maybe because it's everything that's happening with me and Liam, my family, my daughter, how I'm living. And there's only so much anger you can hold in. Everything that I have good of just seems to get. Because it's me.
If you like got down about it, around here you'd just be crying all the time, wouldn't you? You just got to laugh everything off.
The socials still haven't sorted out Hayley and Graham's money, and they're struggling to feed their kids now. They're not going to survive the next 2 weeks without some help. Thank heavens for charity.
You want to take a seat? Awesome. This is a Christian organization, so we just offer prayer. Is there anything we can pray for about or be thinking about for you?
For these last 3 weeks, we've been living off £60 a week.
Really?
For the 7 of us, as
Wow.
well as paying for bills.
Okay.
And they don't seem to want to do anything for us. This was my last resort to come here.
Yeah. We can definitely pray for that and pray that things get better. So.
Well, I hope it works.
Yeah. So since it's you and 5 kids, you can grab 3 or 4 of these. So a couple things of toothpaste, maybe a couple shampoo.
Oh.
Good choice.
Thank
Great
you.
choice. And then you want to grab like 4 bags of crisps.
Oh. You get quite a bit of stuff actually, don't you? Tea, soups, pasta, cereal bars, Weetabix, biscuits, crackers, tin stuff, custard. I think it's quite shit really because charities is run by what people donate. People shouldn't have to donate so other people can eat. It should be the job centre and child tax credits that should be dealing with it, not everybody else.
Jemelia's shared house is becoming more and more like a doss house, with extra bodies bedding down in the living room.
When I first came here, I thought it was alright, didn't I? And I thought, it's alright, but is it fuck? I'd rather be homeless, I think.
Have you heard my voice because I've been smoking too much crack?
Yeah.
I can't talk properly. Cost me about fucking grand, this voice.
We need to get out of here, because he is not helping us. It's people that take crack and that, do you know what I mean? I'm smelling the fumes. I'm not on crack, but I'm basically taking it, if you know what I mean, because of the fumes. And I don't like it. Sarah can be really, really nice, but I just don't like being around the drugs.
I don't know how to do anything normal because all I do is get up, find money, score, have it, find more money. And like when I haven't got any money to get anything, I just lay on my bed all day. The thought of having nothing at all in my bloodstream scares the shit out of me. At the beginning, heroin keeps you young, but all of a sudden you just, oh my God.
How old are you?
36.
His keys, Poppy. Yeah. I need fucking keys to get out.
Look at that. Come here. Look. It's all this brown stuff. That's from Chasing the Dragon. Been underneath, got that with it. It's fucking disgusting. I mean, this kid's living, this 16-year-old, do you know what I mean? I don't want to be touching this and seeing it and that. Underneath that settee, Sarah, keeps helping goes in there at you. They're going to do this shit and that. You know, put it in the bin. I should have to be picking that up, yeah, touching dirty stuff up and that, yeah.
I'm saying that, but look at the state of it anyway.
I know, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's not fucking smacking that.
Alright.
Fucking hell. Don't even fucking live here. Go to your fucking place and do your fucking dirty shit. Not fucking in this house.
Jemelia knows this house is no place for a baby, and that's got to be tough. The court hearing about her daughter is today.
Big day. There's no really need for you to go to court because you never go in the courtroom.
Don't sit outside, Jemelia. Get in there.
But I tell myself that I want to go in the room. I don't care. I want
Why
to
are you allowed in? You're being discussed in there. You've got a right to be in there. You don't want to be discussed. You could lose your daughter. Don't fuck about. You'll regret it for the rest of your life. Suck my kids down. We'll take yours now.
Is it important that you're looking good today?
Yeah, because if you look good and you're showing up and that, it's going to look good on you. But if you're going rough and that, they're going to think, then what is your kid going to be like? But if you look decent and smart, they're going to think, well, at least look after themselves. So why can't they look after this baby? They're dressing decent and that. So this baby's going to dress decent. You know.
What are you hoping that's going to happen today?
I'm hoping the judge turns around and goes, I'm sick of all this. Send them back to the parents. There's no need for this. Liam, do you know if you was a judge, the shoes say that I'm nicely dressed. That look after myself and that. What do you think? I'm wearing these shoes, high heel shoes, and I'm wearing these baggy leggings things, grey top and a grey cardigan. With a black headband.
So far, the summer of 2012 has been tough for Hayley and Graham, but things are looking up. The social have started paying them again, and their wedding's just a couple of weeks away.
The two wedding rings, a $24.99 one for me, and that $34.99 one for her. Thank you.
Hayley's mum has come to Scunthorpe for a visit before the big day.
That's the necklace. Oh, that's pretty. Something old, something new. Borrowed. Something borrowed and something blue. So what have you borrowed? Oh, the dress. Oh. It's a shame you couldn't get into my dress though. Kept that for you. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Do you feel nice in it? Yes.
It's the first time Hayley's mum has met the twins, her newest grandchildren.
How did you react when Hayley told you about that she was having more children, the twins?
I'm not sure. What did I say? Stupid cow. You stupid cow! What did I say the fucking last time? You always say that. Put it this way. I even went to the doctors with her and made her book an appointment to go and have a cord fitted so she wouldn't get pregnant anymore. And I can't remember what happened with that.
Hayley's parents split before she hit her teens. Her mum moved away and Hayley stayed in Scunthorpe with her dad.
They don't always understand things. At the time, at 12, she didn't. She got it in her mind. She wanted to live with her dad. She couldn't understand that actually she was better off with us. It's not just about where you lived, that we lived in a nicer area, but you would have had more opportunities. We would have encouraged her to go to college. She wanted to do hairdressing. She would have gone to college, maybe uni. We'd have helped her with that. She'd have just had a different life, that's all. Naughty.
Back round at Dean's, Danny went against his advice and has been going out with that older lad. And it turns out Dean was right. He was a fair bit older than her. He was 19, not 17 like she said. Anyway, she's finally seen sense and given him the boot.
How come you split up?
It's complicated. He was jealous. Very jealous.
I didn't agree with fucker in the first place. I thought he was too well for her. But that's just my opinion. I'm only stepfather. You try to let your kids make their own choices. You can only advise. You know what I mean? You can't tell them what to do. If you tell them no, you're not fucking doing it, they'll only go do it anyway, but...
I just don't want her to end up like me, fucking 7 kids and married to a bell.
Married to a bell?
I'll never...
Could have been worse, couldn't it?
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
So you're happy she's split up?
Yeah. At least she can be a kid now and enjoys that. Too controlling, possessive.
I don't want a relationship for a long time. Got too much to do. Like, I've got college. Like, can you imagine all the hot guys I'm gonna meet there? Then university. Got it planned out.
Sounds like Danny's got her head screwed on. You wouldn't wish it on anyone to never see their kids again. But sometimes love isn't all you need.
Before court, did you think that there was a chance that you'd get your daughter back?
Yeah. And that disappointed me that I couldn't. But I'm not ready. I know I'm not ready now. I mean, look where I'm living. I wouldn't want my daughter living here.
Is there any way you can change what the courts decide?
Yeah, if I got my own place, a job and everything, then yeah.
Can you do that?
Just click a finger. I wish I could. I wish I had a magic wand, mansion, own job, money, no problem. I wanted to know that I've always loved her, and if she does ever get adopted out, I just hope she has a good life.
You have lubes.
Can you imagine attaching it to your window?
On your legs.
Has Graham ever seen you kind of dressed up?
No. He's never seen me with a dress on, so that would be quite amusing.
I am shizing myself. I would be, mate, I would be.
What do you want out of your marriage?
I don't know, just a sense of happiness, I guess. Just not being like all the other kids labelled around here. Oh, they've got 3 kids on dole, and it's like, no, it's not exactly like that, is it though, mate? Because I'm not an immigrant, I'm not a benefit fraud or anything like that. I'm just getting married because I'm happy. Come here.
See? It's not all doom and gloom. Just because you're broke doesn't mean you can't have the big wedding or a big family. Mind you, you might have to wait for a job, for the social, even for a prison sentence.
Do you want to read it?
And so far, Zoe is still waiting for Fergie.
Yes, I've known a lot of ladies from the places I have been, but none of them quite as crazy. The strawberry blonde queen. Welcome to Dublin.
Hello. Welcome to my new flat. Come in.
Even Jemelia gets a break eventually.
This is my flat. And it's big. And it's nice. And I like it.
While round at Dean's, things are quiet. Well, as quiet as they can be with 7 kids. But what's nice is they've still got all 7 living with them. Happy for now, at least, just to be kids. At the heart of every community, there's a pub. On the Westcliff estate, it's the Desert Rat. In the last year or so, there's been so much trouble in here that the landlord gave up and closed it. Now Dean's wife's cousin, Denise, is giving it a go. And tonight's opening night.
Dean!
Yeah?
You promise tonight?
I'll be there then.
Right, baby?
The reputation it has got a bad reputation, and I'm trying to get the good reputation back. I want the bad ones out, the good ones back in. I mean, the sign alone has made a big difference. It really has made a big difference. Hopefully it will stay in the Desert Rat and the letters won't get took down.
Is it good to have a community pub back again?
No, it's good to be cheap beers. No job.
That's going to cause some right. That's going to cause some right mayhem. Everyone will get in there early morning, pissed up all day, out here, arrested, jail.
They've been out there since 11 o'clock this morning, thinking I was opening early. So yeah, there'll be a good crowd in here tonight, definitely. My phone's never stopped. What time you opening? What time you opening?
It's in the benches on the back.
Yeah, they've got benches around the back.
They'll be glued to the floor. They'll get unscrewed and robbed in a couple of weeks. I know. In Westcliff.
2 pints and I'll be fighting.
In your dressing gown?
Maybe. Depends what time it opens.
The youngest of Dean's kids is only a few months old. So, as you can well imagine, Dean and his wife Claire don't get out much.
Is it difficult being head of a large family?
No. I just shut off sometimes. That's why I drink, but I've been a good boy actually. I ain't had out for 2 nights. Have I?
2 nights.
5 of the 7 are off to their dads tonight. So for once, Claire and Dean can have a proper night out.
You meant to have it open. It's trendy, funny.
So who's got the same dads out of the kids?
James, Danny, Leah, Harry.
Yeah.
Then to Ben, and then there's Alfie. Is to Nigel, one night stand. I ain't even bothered. And then there's Latham. How many kids? Latham and Hunter to Dean. Yeah, huge, isn't it?
See you later. Oh, be good.
Yeah.
See you later, Alfie.
Alfie.
Be a good boy, won't you?
Now, you couldn't say there's definitely going to be trouble tonight, but put it this way. Denise is nervous, and she's from Glasgow.
I'm excited and I'm nervous. But once they're in, I'll be fine.
It stinks of weed out here. Why does it smell like that? You smell like
people out there.
We won't be smoking that in here, that's for sure. I'm being fair letting yous back in, so yous be fair with me. Simple as, innit? Right. You ready for this? We are open.
Welcome back! Hi, Fergie!
Let's hope Denise can keep the peace in here, for everyone's sake.
To be honest, all the wee hooligans that everybody thought were going to cause trouble were spot on. They were absolutely spot on. Very proud of them, and I just hope they keep it up. It's great to see so many old faces in here. There's people that's not been in here for years. Come in the night, it was brilliant to see them.
As Westcliff wakes up to its hangover, it's back to the boredom for some. Outside the pub, there's a low wall where everyone hangs out. It may be small, but it's a big part of Westcliff life.
What happens at the wall?
Everything. What doesn't happen at the wall. Everything and
Come
anything.
at 9 o'clock in the morning, you see everyone cash the gyros. They have all the money out, so they fucking queue up on the wall, wait for the drugs. Drink the beer. Sit on the wall and gouge.
Kieran was a wall regular. He grafts to feed a drug habit, mostly shoplifting.
A prolific thief has been told to breach his antisocial behaviour order at his peril.
At least he did, till it landed him with an ASBO.
My shoplifting, it wasn't just going into a shop. To me, it became a game. I'd go into any shop on the high street and take a rack of jackets, come out on the push bike, boom, gone. I would do that because I had an addiction. To get to my chemist, it should take me 5-10 minutes to get there. But because of the ASBO zone, it will take me 25-30 minutes because I'm not allowed near Scunthorpe town centre. I've got to do it daily. I enjoy the walk when it's not raining. This side, I'm allowed on, but that's a breach. Half the road. I breached it.
If Kieran is caught breaching his ASBO, he's going straight to prison. So he's trying really hard to stay out of trouble and volunteering at a Christian centre.
Well, you shout to Miss Jason,
Well, that is my middle name, apparently.
Right, okay.
I've had a bad time, but I know what I'm doing now.
Good, you're on the right road.
Yeah. I'm not a saint, but...
We're not saints either.
An activity a day for me will stop me hunting drugs, stop people coming out. I just avoid people. I'm working and they're not, and they're chaotic on drugs, so I can avoid them anyway. From now on, it is the right choice at the right time.
This isn't the first time Kieran's tried getting clean, and the odds aren't exactly stacked in his favour.
Is there work in Scunthorpe?
No, just be a druggie.
I think so.
Smoke weed, smoke crack, take a bit of gear, drink beer, and you're good. All good.
It's basically, you have to do what you have to do, don't you? To earn money, do whatever. People work, people fucking screw the social, people do whatever, you know what I mean? I'd rather work for a living, get a nice wage at the end of the week, but at the moment, there's just not many jobs going about, you know what I mean?
Dean may not have a job just now, but he's definitely a worker. And he expects his kids to be workers too. And they can start by helping him out round the house.
Normal people get pocket money.
Yeah, but normal people tidy the bedroom.
Yeah, I do.
Do you, Leah?
I do.
Right, should we go upstairs then and have a look at your bedroom?
Yeah.
And why? Dean, Leah wants to know why she doesn't get pocket money.
I don't know.
Really? Why don't your dad give you pocket money?
I don't know.
So why should I give you pocket? Why should I give you pocket money for doing fuck all? I don't see why they should come home from school, sit on the settee watching telly all night when they could be tidying the room, or do you want the shoe cupboard tidying, do you want the floor brushing down, just to help me out? I would give them pocket money. Harry used to get £3 a week for brushing the kitchen floor every morning. Now he don't do bugger all. He can't be arsed. Didn't you, Harry? Yeah?
So is that sort of work ethic that you're sort of trying to breathe, like drum into your kids?
Yeah, you don't get nothing for nothing, do you? You get me? I don't want them to be slaves or anything like that, but earn the money. It's only fair.
If you want to know what it does to a young family when there's no work, then Claire's cousin Shane is really struggling with it just now. Today's his daughter's first birthday party, so he's putting a brave face on it.
Get some whistles.
Thanks for buying them whistles, Leon.
No problem.
We're bringing them back down to your house next week. We're going to shove them up your fucking ass.
Just rocking ours for her first birthday, but I didn't want to rush it, so I ain't got it finished, you know, on time. A little diamond eyes, diamond eyelashes, but she's my little girl, so she's like a little diamond, isn't she?
The truth is, after 7 jobless months, Shane's hit rock bottom, and he and Leanne have split.
I'm not someone that'll sit on his ass, you know. I'll go out there and I'll get a job, but at the moment I'm just getting kicked back, you know. I'm getting shitty emails, unfortunately, and you know we're unable to process this and that. It's really pissed me off, to be fair. So, yeah, if we're getting like that, well, it's it started me drinking, to be honest. Yeah, I've just gone through a stage where I've been drinking a lot. And I weren't drinking to enjoy myself, I was drinking to suppress the fucking how pissed off I am and how depressed I am getting. You know, I've been seeing doctors and I've said to them, listen, mate, I need something to fucking calm my nerves. You know, I'm 22 years old, I shouldn't even have to be at the doctors, you know, asking them to give me something for depression or anything like that. But I'm not letting it go, I'm gonna hold on, you know. I'm British, you know, I'm like a staff, and I'll lock my jaw, and I'll make sure I just keep a grip of life. And that's what I'm doing, you know, chin up. Happy days. You know, I'm like a bank with no cash. I can just say it like that, I'm like a bank with no cash, like a curtain without a rail, like a door without an handle. You know, at the end of the day, I'm just that person with the one thing missing. I need a stable job so I can support my family better, you know.
Shane's dad moved to Abu Dhabi, then India to find work. But being apart from your family for years at a time is a high price to pay.
It's hard for us to see him like this because I know I had him in Abu Dhabi with me for 3.5 years and I know he works like a little Trojan. And it's so hard to come home and see him in such a state.
Why did you come back to Scunthorpe?
Do you want the honest answer? For Leanne. That's the honest answer.
Since Shane and Leanne split, Shane's been even more determined to get a job and get his life back together.
I know he's tried for loads of jobs. I've seen the emails. He copies me in on all the emails in India. It's very difficult for all the kids coming up these days. You know, I see so many people out of work. I can't believe how many people are out of work, I can't honest. To say, well, Scunthorpe was a thriving town so many years, you know, 10 or 15 years ago, it was bustling.
And say bye-bye to Nanny and Grandad.
Now you go down the city centre, it's nearly empty.
Take it easy, Mum. Love you both. See you later.
Number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Left, right, left.
Wherever there's no jobs, there's usually an army recruiting office. Mind you, even they're getting picky nowadays.
Left. Squad, by the left. Quick march.
Dean's eldest stepson, James, will be leaving school in a few weeks to join Scunthorpe's job queue and reckons he's more likely to get into the army than into college.
Right, left, right, left, right.
I think it'll either make or break him. If that falls through, he's going to be knackered, isn't he? Because he's got nothing else to choose. I'm sure he don't want to end up on the wall around there with a can of beer.
I want to join my best mates.
Yeah. You'll be laughing, mate. If that happens to you, what are you going to say? You're going to look like a rat clown, aren't you, if that does happen?
Do you know what? It won't happen to me.
I don't want it to, mate.
I don't want to waste my life.
Exactly. That's why I'm bothered about you choosing what you want to do. Maybe we don't get on sometimes, but when we do get on, I want the best for you. No one teaches you how to be a father, you just have to figure it out for yourself. It's a learning curve.
Addiction's a tough nut, and it looks like Kieran's having a wobble on his road to recovery.
This is someone in recovery showing you how stupid it is to smoke and waste it and how quick it goes. This is how quick I could burn my money if I was a... That's a fiver. Because half of it's there. And stupid people have a pipe after pipe after pipe, yeah? I couldn't care less if I throw that down the sink, but I won't, yeah? I'll have the other pipe, yeah?
So do you still have a habit?
No, this is never happening in my life again. Bye-bye. I didn't start committing offences till I was probably, 14, 15. After my brother died when I was 9. We've been swimming that Sunday because it was an activity we did that day. 3 of us. Brother was 10, I was 8, nearly 9, and Neil, I think, was 14, 15, my sister's friend. We sat at the bus stop waiting for the bus, and that car, it hit the central reservation in the middle, and then next thing it's hitting us. He's got crushed into the bush out and spat out, and every bone in his body was crushed. My mum took it badly. She was sitting in our bedroom and mine and my brother's, sit on his bed on a night time, distraught, crying. Everything I loved got took. And here I am today at 34, off drugs. But I've done it for my reasons. You can stereotype all you want, I'm clean.
I had like an epiphany the other day, right? And I was just thinking everything must be about money. And it is, isn't it? If you don't have money, you can't eat. If you don't have money, you can't go out and have a drink. If you don't have money, you can't buy shit for people. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I've worked out that people say life's not just about money, but that's bullshit. Because life is about money, and that's the fucking truth.
The problem with having no job is that you've got time to dwell on what you haven't got, whether it's money, girlfriends or drugs. Like Kieran, Shane's trying to fill his time, but he ain't volunteering at no Christian centre.
If I weren't doing cage fighting, I'd be fucking fuming. I'd be a walking fucking time bomb. Inside, deep inside, there's an animal that's raging. I've learned how to channel my anger, you know, when I need it the most. You know, there's times now when I've normally be getting angry and pissed off at things, you know, Scunthorpe, you know, the fact that it's got no fucking jobs whatsoever, you know, it's taught me how to channel it. You know, if I can get further on in the sport, you know, I'll take it as a career, you know, because it's something I enjoy doing. Watch out, watch yourself, watch your fingers.
I mean, how different would life be if you had money coming in?
Mate, I'll tell you what, yeah. Me and Leanne won't be fighting every fucking 2 minutes and splitting up and fucking that shite. We'd have more of a life. I'll be able to give the kids more of a life. I'll be able to get a car back on the road. We'd be able to take them out places, you know, the zoo and that. I want to be a dad, you know. The moment I can't do that.
Gypsy, get up! Get up now! Get that dummy out, Adam. Get fucking up!
School's broken up for the summer and the wall's heaving on sunny days. But it's crunch time for Dean's eldest, James. He's finished his exams and needs to get his army forms in.
Gunner crewman's my first choice. Military engineer is my second choice. And my third choice is infantry soldier.
Haven't you got to have qualifications though to go in there?
They'll train him up to do that. Right, but ideally, where would you like to be?
Front.
Front?
Yeah, front line.
Front line?
In a tank.
Then you want...
Well, no, I want it... No, I'd like to have a go in a tank, but I'd prefer actually running about shooting.
Then, not gunner crewman.
What does discharge?
I went to the guard room a few times, all that was...
What does discharge mean? Are you
I
taking the piss?
No. I didn't read it properly.
What does discharge mean?
I didn't read it properly, calm down.
Ever since I've been little, I've always, don't know why, but I just wanted to be in the army. I'm not really, like, bothered about dying or anything. If you only got one life, so you might as well live it.
Even if that means sort of getting killed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, can I help you?
I've come to drop my medical forms off.
Rich or poor, it's tough being 16. But maybe there's a bit more to this army thing than James realises. The Desert Rat has been open a few months now. But Denise has had a hell of a rough time of it.
I've been attacked. Daughter's been attacked. Windows been smashed. Twice. Just because somebody's naughty boy telling me go to the pub, they don't like it, so they think I'll go smash my windows. I mean, these are my lovely 4 windows that was all put through before. I've kept them for 7 years. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, stupid idiots. This is the one that's got me mad. I mean, it just looks to use like a normal window, but this actually leads up to my home. And obviously, if we were walking through with the tills, my daughter or anybody, this whole place was just covered in glass. So we could have all been shattered with the glass. They just don't like to be told what to do. They don't like me getting up and saying, get out of my pub, because in their eyes, I think I'm better than everybody else. No, I don't. I'm doing a job. And I'm working my tits off to try and keep this pub going, trying to get everybody back together. I don't know what they want anymore. They just want to be able to go drink, drugs, fight.
How's Dean this morning?
Nerdy, stressed, weird, bald.
Fucking hell.
It's pouring with rain, tempers are fraying. Must be time for a family holiday.
Just fucking do it and shut your fucking mouth. Fuck off. Fuck's sake. Fucking bollocks.
Then?
You're not taking a fucking football. Fuck off. Fucking idiot.
They've got a car off the neighbours, but it seems it's given James another reason to whinge.
Oh, I'm gonna get pissed off in a minute.
You're like a 2-year-old that don't get his own. You don't get your own way because you want to sit where you want to fucking sit.
Dickhead.
What's the matter, James? Can't sit where you want to sit.
No, I don't want to sit in the middle because I'll be sick.
Dean, is it important to get a family holiday?
No.
What?
I wish I'd never fucking done it. Because we're all fucking whinging, fucking whining little cunts.
Dean.
But you're looking forward to it, Dean?
No.
Dean.
I'm not looking forward to it now. I'm not. All they do is whinge and fucking piss them out.
You want the bus? It's amazing how many people can fit in a caravan, trust me.
Yeah?
Just like, sleep where you're dropping it.
How many we had in the car?
We had 15 in last time, didn't we? James can sleep underneath the caravan in his sleeping bag, he'll be alright. And I'm sure Dean will fall asleep pissed up on the toilet or something, so...
There's your
Oh,
mission.
outside
for
in the
next
fire.
few days, Dave. It's your mission. You've got to.
Take it, Mary. It's too heavy for me.
Alfie!
Dean.
Get in!
As you can see, I'm making loads of progress.
Some people never get a break. Kieran's been thrown out of his sheltered accommodation, and with no one to turn to, he's on the street.
If one bothers about my life, I wouldn't give a fuck. But progress I make don't make me fuck all to people like that. Hatred, that's one of the big things that go through my mind.
All Kieran's got to keep him going is a nicked watermelon and a pocket full of Valium tablets.
I'd have preferred being in prison rather than being out here having all the bullshit with the housing, the petty rules on the housing, stuff like that. My ultimate goal is to be away from heroin, away from the chemist. I can then get a job, I can then get everything else that I want, not my dad, my sister, my other sister, my nan and stuff like that. I want the family unit back, which I haven't had for years. But within a mile, there's 4 deaths in our family, and I don't want to be one of the 5th. I've tried.
He likes fucking yapping, he can talk for fucking England. One more battery.
I should have put 2 in, didn't she?
Are you finding pellets out of that?
Yeah.
Go around the side and do it. All right.
Alright.
All right, mate.
It's just a break from home, innit? It's getting away from that shithole. You get me? I call it a shithole, I lived there all my life. You stood in the front room, by the way. Claire sat at the dining room. This is our cooking facilities, obviously. Jan! They're filming, just open the door a minute and we'll get you in the shower. Can't wait to see your fucking nipples. That's the shower room. Jan's in there at the minute.
No!
Oh, hey! Whoa, that's more than I needed to see. Fucking hell, I haven't seen them for fucking 37 years.
Who's in there?
My mum! Oh, I'll take you into Lee's bedroom then and I'll sniff Jan's knickers out.
Oh, shut up, you pervert.
Hey, Janice, where's your thongs? Oh, found your bra. Hey! Yeah, this is Lee and Janice's rooms, the spawny bastards. Didn't even offer no cunt else. Me and Claire slept on the fucking floor last night. Do you want me to take over for a minute? Yeah. Oh, this fits me back. Fucking whinged about the caravan before we come here.
No, I didn't.
Got in the caravan, he went, oh, it's better than I thought.
So I didn't whinge about it then, did I?
Yes, he did.
No, I didn't.
And he was whinging where we sleep. Don't worry, Lee, you can have the fucking bedroom. Tell me I'm full of shit.
You're full of shit.
Swear down on your son's life you didn't whinge.
I swear down on my son's life I whinged a bit.
Yeah, there you go.
How many people were staying in here tonight?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 adults, 11 kids. Lathan, turn that off now, so I'm going to ram it up your ass. You've just been firing it in the caravan bedroom. Now he's just shot him in the back.
Shooting him though. Did I shoot him? No, I
You
didn't.
shot in the caravan bedroom!
No, I didn't.
I tell you now,
I'm
you'll
sick of
fucking get it.
Fuck off!
You've had your fucking money. You bought a stupid fucking gun. Yeah, you go buy. You fucking retard. Fucking hell, some kind of fucking mafia about
No, you're solid, aren't you, Dean? Just because you got big muscles and that and showing them off.
Fuck off. You're that clever, you can't get it in your head, can you? You're shooting in a caravan that ain't even
got
ours.
shot, you wanted to start shouting at me
No,
to get
I
all your
wasn't.
anger off you.
I've just told fucking Rory off.
Oh yeah, so I get the most of it, do I?
Because you're shooting in a caravan.
This way.
Thankfully, Kieran's got himself together enough to borrow a tent.
Who did you borrow the tent from?
My mate Zippy. Pooper scoop bags, which is always helpful.
Kieran, when was the last time you put a tent up?
I was about 7. Why? Am I doing it wrong? Have you seen the bedroom? Does she look cosy? Right, that's that.
Are you happy with the spot you've chosen tonight?
Quite ecstatic, actually. Volume. 10 mil volume. 5 times 10 is 50. Come on, you're electric. I'm not that bothered about having a fag. I'm not gonna. Good night, Bob Ellen. Good night, Sue Ellen. Good night, Grandpa. Got words.
They've had their 3 days. It's time for Dean and his family to go home to Scunny. And who knows, by next year James could be off getting shot at instead of fighting with his family. Shane's cage fighting is getting more serious. He's got his first amateur fight in a couple of weeks.
He's progressed really well. You know, I feel good about Shane going out there and being able to show what he's capable of doing. It means a lot to him. You know, it's a step in the right direction for him. Ever since he got on the MMA mat, I think it's given him a kick up the arse. It all boils down to him just having a real good focus. He's very explosive. Kid's got heart, and I think he can do very well.
Seems like Shane's finally found his calling, which is more than you can say for James. He's the first of Dean and Claire's brood to leave school, but it looks like he's fallen at the first hurdle.
How did you do in your GCSEs, James?
Not well. Not well at all.
As well as getting only 1D, his army career is on its arse before it even began. After all his plans, he didn't even bother turning up for the interview.
So did you decide not to go for the army this time round?
Yeah. Because I know for a fact I'm going to fail.
What are you going to do then? Just sit around and bum like you have been doing, watching films all night and getting up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Don't fucking think so.
I'm not fit enough yet, so...
What do you mean you're not fit enough yet? You can get fucking fit in the army, you fit git.
Yeah, but...
What are you going to do for money? You're not bumming off me. Got no chance.
You find your own way, you're going to be a bum. That means you have to go sit round on the corner and catch money for a can of beer.
You won't be able to have money for...
Yeah.
Top up your phone.
Oh, yeah, I don't
won't be able to buy new clothes. No deodorants. I won't buy your own deodorant anymore. He ain't got his head on, has he?
No. But I'm not looking after him. The free ride's going to stop, so. No. Sorry, mate. That helped, bums. Now you want to borrow my bike? You want to talk to me? Don't wear that. Don't wear that way, bum.
See you, bummo.
Hey, take that cut with you for the coins.
It's the night of Shane's big fight.
Make a face. Hand feel all right?
Yeah.
Not too tight?
No, it's all right.
The medical wrapping shows that his hands are protected during the fight, giving the most support possible so he can punch as hard as he possibly can. It's sometimes easier to break your own hand than it is to knock your opponent out.
They all think I'm a pretty boy, you know, too pretty to do it, but what's wrong with being good looking and like to fight?
Training, fighting, sorts his head out. He's there for his kids, he's absolutely brilliant, Dad. So he's got it sorted now. I've never seen him so happy.
Stop! Stop!
Time to do the business, boys. Time to do the business.
Would you all please welcome the first fighter into the cage, Shane Dent!
Hands up!
Rock might be under the chin there.
Could be all over here for Shane Dent.
He's looking to punch his way out of it, but I don't think it's going to work. That choke is tight.
He could go out here, Jay.
I think he's going out. There we go. The fight's over.
He is asleep. Michael Evans takes the win. What an opening bout here at AFC 10. Puts Shane Dent to sleep with a rear naked choke.
Best. Good fight, mate. I'm fucking proud of you.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Good luck, man. I wanted to win, though, you know.
Hey, it'll come. It'll come when it's your time, you know. Good on you.
Cheers, man.
Aaron's finally got a drier roof over his head. He's been rehoused in a shared house, but it ain't all good news. The other residents were arrested for drug dealing yesterday, and a previous occupant has left some belongings behind.
Hang on. Prostitutes, on seeing that, I don't think I'm going to venture any further.
It'll be easy to judge them on the wall, but it ain't as simple as that.
What else is there for them to do? There's no jobs, no prospects of getting a job. They just sit here, have a drink, dwell over what they can't have. It's their way of passing the time.
Do you worry that James might end up here?
Not if I've got out to do with it. I will give him that kick up the arse that he needs soon. I'm letting him have his bit of freedom, so he says he wants, but he'll only push me so far, and then I'll give him that kick up the arse. Even his mum said, we're not bringing a bum up.
I don't even know what we're called, to be fair. We're like warehouse, I don't know, like warehouse men, aren't we?
After 9 months of searching, Shane finally landed himself a job.
It's fucking freezing. But it's mint, you know, when you're shifting boxes that you warm up and then you'll go do some rework and then you'll move pallets, you know, and you'll go picking. I'm happy. I'm happy I've got a job. These are small ones, yeah. It's come at the right time for me. Not everything's fucking pretty roses, like, but, you know, from where I've come from, my life's gone well better. Every time I get paid now, every week, I've got money for the kids, you know what I mean? Christmas is just like, poof, like an avalanche of just fucking loads of toys and sweets and, you know, it's going to be like fucking Wonderland. They're going to love it.
Who can believe it? 1 year today.
It's not easy being skint. You haven't got jobs or foreign holidays, but at least you've got your mates. Life can be tough, and tougher when you've got no one around to support you. Alone, a small slip can turn into a big fall very quickly. No one can say family life is easy, but for all the dramas and the rows and the fighting, you'd always rather be with them than without them.
I tell you which one.
Did you go grab it like that?
It doesn't matter if you're a millionaire or on the social, family means the world. And raising your kids is the most important job you'll ever have. And it can be a good deal tougher than any job on the steelworks.
Your responsibility is to ensure that you nurture them, that you give them the love that they need in order for them to live the kind of lives that are meaningful.
For Dean, the only good thing about being out of work is having the time to be there for his kids and the rest of his family.
We've got a strong family, and
we have now.
We always have.
Now
It's
I've
getting
joined.
bigger and bigger.
Now I've joined.
No, Dean's done a lot, you know, he's been there.
Dean's
like a stepdad anyway.
Claire
you know.
couldn't
All right, let's not get his head too big.
If I could give respect to anyone, you know, apart from my dad, it'd be Dean. You know, he's like a dad to me as
The
well.
thing is,
so.
we're not
Shut
there.
up, you're going too far now.
No, that's it.
No,
He has
give me a
been-
minute,
he's done a lot.
But for some, the pressures of unemployment are just too much, and they turn to booze or drugs. And it's their kids that pay the price. Westcliffe's local window cleaner Pete is a dad, and often pretty cuckooed. But most people wouldn't let anyone else clean their windows.
Hey, that'll do. Are you going to get down now?
don't like it. Get him down.
Does everyone know Pete?
Who doesn't know Pete? He's a character, isn't he, bless him? Where do you want this, boy?
No, just leave it here. Can I have a cigarette?
I'll make you a fag. Say hi to Pete.
Hiya.
Say hi.
Hey, I'm window cleaner. Oh, shit. It don't matter. Sorry.
He's the only person I know who's never claimed off the social and he's paid for his own his own drink, everything off his own back. He's got his own fucking business.
Yeah, cheers.
He's a good lad.
Yes. All right.
He's one of them men that you just want to cuddle him because he's just so sweet, isn't he? I think a lot of people take piss out of him, but I don't know why. Because he's fucking harmless. But he doesn't do anyone harm. He doesn't bother anyone. He doesn't go robbing. Right?
I ain't got it in my system to go rob someone.
No, yeah. Good. Yeah, you don't want to, don't do you?
That penny sweet, put it in your mouth and the alarm would fucking go off. Fat bastard took it. Pete's 1 in a million, mate. 1 in a million.
He's so proud of his little boy. Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, so he should be.
As well as paying his own way, Pete also provides for his girlfriend Emma and their son Ty.
All right.
Emma used to work in insurance, but had her own run-in with drugs. She kicked the habit when she got pregnant with Ty and has been stable on methadone ever since.
What did you get your sticker for?
What are you doing at school?
Tidy. For being tidy? You?
Yeah, right.
Tidy?
Best boy, aren't you?
Tidy, yeah.
Yeah, there's another.
Pete definitely still struggles with his demons, though.
I went to the park with them. Pete was all right with Ty, so I said, right, I'll go get a bath, bring Ty back in an hour. And Pete came back in the hour, but he didn't have Ty with him. He was well out his head, proper. Do you know what I mean? He could hardly stand up. And I'm like, where's Ty? He's like, I don't know, over there somewhere. I goes, what do you mean you don't know? He's like, don't know, over there somewhere. I goes, well, who's he with? I don't know. And he really didn't know. So I went upstairs, got dressed. By the time I come down, a police car was pulling up outside. So I start crying automatically. I'm like, oh my God, where's my son? Pete had left without Ty, do you know what I mean? Just forgot Ty was with him or something. So obviously Pete got arrested for being under the influence and in charge of a minor. And then obviously they had to ring social services. And then obviously because of that, Pete didn't allow Ty on his own. And it was all right, but it could have been worse, couldn't it, baby? Yeah. Who loves you? Yeah. I'm his dad, you know what I mean? Like, is that dad? I want to go with dad, you know what I mean? How do I explain?
With Emma's history of drugs and Pete being off his head a lot, social services are keeping a close eye on little Ty, making sure he's in safe hands.
Look at that. Is that you and me? Me, yeah. Hey, yeah? Wave. Daddy and son.
When Pete's not up a ladder or playing with Ty, you can usually find him at the wall. The wall attracts all sorts, some of them with nowhere else to go. Just next to the wall, at the community centre, a local group tries to help people get off the wall. Their volunteers offer a bit of counselling, support, and even throw in a bacon bat for breakfast.
I'll give you one of them. That's the leaflet that sort of explains what we do. You know, we don't judge anybody and we take them how we find them and that's it.
Helping out for the first time today is Gail, who's been unemployed for years and whose life is perhaps as complicated as the people she's helping.
I wanted to do this for the last 2 years, since my partner died. He was 37-year-old when he died. And to see him come off heroin and get his life sorted out, and then to go on drink, and then to die through drink, it's hard. It's really hard.
Hardest hit when her stepdad died was Gail's youngest, Sky, who was 13.
This is a poem Sky wrote. I understand how hard it was to stop drugs like you did. Maybe I didn't notice before, but then I was just a kid. Maybe one day, when I die, I will see you again, because then my tears will be happiness and it will stop all this pain. I love you, and there's so much I could say. Sleep tight, Daddy. See you again someday. And that for a 13-and-a-half-year-old to write something like that, to say that children grieve in different ways to adults, Sky just went off the rails.
For Sky, going off the rails has meant getting into lots of fights.
You're always getting involved in other people's arguments, and that's why you end up fighting, and you're the one what gets into trouble.
Yeah, but it's because I can. Because I can do that, and if I want to do it, I can. Because I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean?
It was nothing to do with you, but you got involved, and you hit that girl.
Yeah.
And then there's another, when you was with your friend, and her dad came and chased you in Astor. What about that? It's not funny. That's not funny.
But do you know what, yeah, that's for sticking up for your fucking mates, that. Of course it is, man. She built it in her stomach and winded it, so I just went over, I was just like, boom! Dropped it, banged it, fucked her up, stamped on her head and everything, man, and then that's when her dad come and chased me.
It might have been 3 years since she lost her stepdad, but Sky still hasn't come to terms with it.
If we mention his name, she has to go out of the room. If she gets upset. And if she's had a drink, and anybody mentions names, or mention his name, she goes mad. Absolutely mad.
The Westcliff estate was built for the steelworkers, so it's no surprise that as the works have laid off, Westcliff's taken a bit of a beating. Mind you, there's always windows need cleaning.
Oh, Pete, you've left it right. Fucking stain there, mate.
Pete, you are. That's not how you do it, man. You fucking have to turn into it, man. S-shapes. Yeah, you do. I've done it before.
Yeah.
Right.
Get your hands off the windows.
Is that wrong?
Not being funny, I couldn't imagine not working, do you know what I mean? I've always worked all my life, I have. I couldn't imagine being on the dole. It's not my cup of tea. So I'm not knocking anybody who wants to be on the dole, they can be, do you know what I mean? But I like to keep the scene occupied.
Let the elbow grease, Pete.
You hear them all whinging at me, do you know what I mean? But they all like to do what I'm doing, do you know what I mean? Like, you feel better, like, if you're getting money for something, what you do you know what I mean, than just bumming it.
Dean's little brother Greg's been bumming it for months now, but he's not sitting on his arse.
Okay, thank you, bye.
What?
Unfortunately, not allowed to take anyone on board that's colourblind.
Well, why did you say out, you fit cunt?
Because if I take a job and I end up killing somebody, and it comes back,
what is it?
Firefighter.
How can you... You won't fucking get that wrong anyway. You know what a fucking fire looks like, you daft cunt.
Dean.
You defeated the job before you even fucking rung up for it.
Yes, but Dean, she says, do you suffer from any eyesight problems, health, or
Get out,
whatever?
no.
And I have to tell her that. If I don't
You
tell
do
her that, I
suffer
can't
from
lie.
health problems. Been a thick bastard.
Okay. I'll ring staff calls here and say it.
Fucking hell.
Dean might give him a hard time, but Greg is trying everything he can to get a job.
This is like CRB check my criminal record.
What's your criminal record like?
It's pretty good actually. I've only been arrested once. It did say like you didn't need like previous experience, do you?
Yeah.
I need previous experience.
It'd be nice.
How many jobs do you think you've applied for?
What, this month?
Yeah, this month.
I'd say about 30, 33.
With so many in the same boat, it's not surprising that people get what they can on the side. Nothing big, just everyday stuff to help you get by.
I always say to people who shoplift how to get me cheap makeup and that. I'm like, yeah, when you're getting some makeup, come round to mine, do you know what I mean?
Because you're on benefits, you can't afford to buy all the proper wash powder and the proper coffee and the proper aftershave and that. So you ask people to obviously rob it for you, and you get it for half the price, like, so you can afford it then. So they are providing a service really, the shoplifters.
Take Tracy. She's one of the best known shoplifters and no stranger to the police. Tracy's never held down a job for long and grafts to feed her habit.
What have you been arrested for, Tracy?
Shoplifting.
Yesterday, she got herself arrested, an occupational hazard.
Six-month supervision order.
What did they get you for?
Just some bedding, just 119 quid's worth of stuff. There's our bus.
After a night in the cells, the first thing on Tracy's mind is scoring.
Oh, I feel like fucking shit. It's not a good day.
How long do you normally go without for?
Yesterday I had 7 bags in the morning, within 4 hours. The gear's shit. I got a mouth swab in the police station, it's come up negative and positive. Now look. Negative for opiates, positive for... And I had the opiates after the... But I've got no choice but to go and get heroin now, even though it'll sort me out for maybe half an hour.
Tracy's not just known for shoplifting, but for something much, much closer to her heart.
Everyone just looks at me as if to say, she got kids to cover. Even though I'm a better mum than half of them down here. They didn't get took off me from me mistreating them, it was just the way they got took. But people talk about me as if I got them took off me.
Like a lot of addicts, Tracy tried and failed to give up to keep her kids. In the years since they were taken, Tracy's use has spun even more out of control.
Smiley face for the camera.
Unlucky for Tracy, she's picked a bad day to be scoring.
Can't get no. No one's... I just told you. No one's got no. There's 3 gear dealers down here in this area. But one of them only has it now and again. And the other 2 just fuck about and wait till they've sold it all to go get more. Whereas you should wait till you get to your last few bags and then go get some more.
How much money are you spending a day?
I'd say probably about 80, 90 quid. But most of the time more.
How do you get that kind of money each day?
Shoplifting and prostitution.
Lots of phoning him up in Grimsby, said he ain't got none.
Yeah.
So you got it?
Yeah, after half an hour. Breakfast, dinner and tea. Right now, I'm afraid you'll have to turn the camera off.
But why is that? Where do you enjoy it?
And if you want me to pull my pants down, you'll have to charge you.
My real parents, they were drug users. They died of AIDS, which was through drugs. Come on, please. My dad used to do chemistry, which was a lot easier in them days, a big thing. He went to prison for it, and at the same time, my mum found out she wasn't very well, so we ended up in a foster home. It was only supposed to be for 3 or 4 weeks, but my mum found out she wasn't going to get any better, and we was actually there a good 14 years. Growing up, I thought that they'd given me up because they couldn't be arsed with me. It took a long time for me to sort of forgive them, if you like. Do you know what I mean? I did grow up hating them, you know. You've been rejected, which obviously it's not as simple as that, but as a kid, that's how I saw it. Do you know what I mean? God, my own parents don't want me, so what kind of monster must I be, do you know what I mean? Right, baby, 2 minutes. That's why I'm fighting tooth and nail for Ty not to go in care. He would not understand where I'd gone, why I'd left him, so he would do nothing but scream for me. He wouldn't eat, he wouldn't sleep, he'd be scared, he'd be angry. He just would not understand where's mummy, why is mummy not come to get me? To get what I mean, he's too young to understand, and he'd just think I'd abandoned him. If I can't even succeed as a mother, what kind of a person, you know, what is the point of me? Do you know what I mean? Sweet dreams, baby. How much must Mummy love you? 1,000,000 times more than all the stars in the world. Hiya, come in.
Hello.
Come in.
How are you doing?
I'm alright, thank you.
Good. Well, Emma and Paul from Humber Care. All right. Nice to meet you.
Hiya. Sorry, I'm just eating a Jaffa cake. Do you want a drink?
No, I'm all right, thank you.
Okay.
Emma's asked for some help in her battle to keep Ty. She's been given a charity support worker to help her with pretty much everything, starting with her debts.
All the utilities, i.e. your water, your electric and gas, everything is set up, but you're not making payments at this moment in time, is that fair to say? Or...
The gas and electric are token meters, so obviously I do.
Right, okay.
The water, no, I don't pay that.
Right.
I start paying it, then I miss a couple, and then I can't afford to catch up with it, and instead of doing something about it, I just leave it, and...
This is what we can help you with.
I'm good at burying my head in the sand.
Yeah, the ostrich manoeuvre.
Yeah.
But these are the things that we can help you with. Okay. We can help you plan, we can help you strategise, look forward, and get you looking in that right direction. Okay. See you Friday. All right, you take care.
See you soon, thank you, bye.
Tracy's got money worries of her own. She's had to borrow to buy her gear today, and now she needs to pay it back.
What are you calling?
Them. But you want to get 60 quid for them. If I was to sell him, I'd get a bit more. Hiya.
What can I do for you?
Can I put these in on buyback, please?
Yeah, of course you can.
Fall back in it. Money when I need it.
You've used this before, haven't you?
Yeah, I only got them back last week.
Yeah, that's all right. All right, so you've got
Thank you very much.
£60 altogether. 20, 40, 60.
Thank you very much.
All right,
See you later. Thank you. See you later.
Quick 60 quid.
Yeah. It won't last long though. I owe all that out.
So what do you need to do now?
I need to see if I can get in a shop. But I don't know.
What for?
To pinch something.
Want a better roulette and taking 5 Bs? Hey, AJ, 36 to 1 I'm paying.
Money's always on your mind when you haven't got a job.
8 and 11.
Right, and where's that?
27. No more bet. Got it! Get in there, son! Fucking come to daddy!
If you're up against it and the banks have turned you down, you can always borrow money from the wall. It's not exactly free, though.
If they need cash quick, they'll just come to the wall and just let double bubble.
There's loads of people lend money around here for like double bubble and that. Do you know, like you have to pay double back? I don't do it myself, man, I'd rather not, but I know people that do.
Double bubbles, you lend 20 for 40 back, or like 40 for 80 back.
What happens if they don't pay it back?
Then it just gets doubled again. And then if you don't pay it back, you just get a kick in.
What sort of people use the money then?
Smackheads, weedheads, alkids, doll dossers, even people who work.
Dean! Where do you want the telly to go? Up here, from rooms upstairs, yeah.
Dean's been able to steer clear of double bubble. But he still ends up paying through the nose for stuff he needs. Their toddler has broken the telly, so they're upgrading to a bigger one on the Never Never.
3D cinema screen. It's an LG 3D cinema screen, 47 inch.
Don't forget the smart bit.
Smart, sorry.
That's one hell of a TV.
Yeah, it will be.
Anyway, just check it, pal. Oh, as you can see, that panel's all fine, yeah? See you later.
See you later. Cheers, lads. Well, we're having to pay for it weekly. By the time we finish paying for it, £2.5 grand. £1,800 to £2.5 grand. That's what it said on the slip. I'm sure we could have got one cheaper, like, but I ain't got the money.
What would you say to people that say, look at that, family on benefits, and look at the TV they've got?
That's what you get Bright House from. Pay weekly.
I don't care what they say. We're having to pay for this over 2 years. We can't afford to go out and get one straight away, like them working class people who's got, what, £2 grand a week coming in. We're having to suffer 2.5, paying an extra 1,200–1,300 quid on top to pay for it weekly. So bollocks to them. Who gives a shit what they think anyway? It's us who's paying it, not them.
There's nothing beats watching a 3D movie with surround sound from the comfort of your own sofa. Gail's daughter Sky has been fighting again, and this time the troubles followed her home.
People want to know, you know, who live around here, and that's what's happened to your windows, what's happened to your windows. Well, what does it look like? You know, it's not a new fucking trend, is it? All your windows smashed. Oh, what's that? Oh, they're just boarding it up. Oh, they're putting them boards on.
We've been told to.
Eh?
We've been told to.
Just the broken ones? Well, they're all fucking broke, aren't they?
Yeah, we've got to do it, haven't we?
Eh? No, I don't fucking think so. You haven't got to live here, have you?
If it rains,
Yeah.
you're going to be knackered,
I know, yeah,
and
but-
I ain't coming back at 5:30. Yeah, I'll tell you now.
Look at it in here, fucking hell, I'm gonna have to put all my fucking lights on now. They take the fucking piss, he did. Fucking hell. Shouldn't have to live like this. I know she's my daughter, but I wouldn't dream of going round to someone's house and doing this and coming in your house and all. You know, they come in and all. They just didn't do them. They started kicking all doors off. Well, they did that. They did that. Right, and they did this. Kicked that off. Kicked that off there. This one. They've done to that, look. From the other side. That's what's left of the door.
It's hard to say how kids will react to losing a parent. It's changed Sky, almost beyond recognition.
That's Sky. Everybody liked her, everybody loved Sky. Everybody did. I've got one there of Sky when she was 3. When I look at, look at her photographs and I see her now, I just think I'm going to get a knock on the door saying, your daughter's been in an accident, we've got her in the police station, she's killed someone, or more of them facts, like she's really done some serious damage to someone. I just don't know now with her. The way she's carrying on at the minute, I don't think she's going to see 18.
Gail's lived in Scunny for 18 years, but the attack on their home has shaken them so much that Gail reckons there's nothing for it but to move.
What are you going to do this afternoon, Pete?
I'll go pick my little boy up with Emma, hopefully, at 5 o'clock time.
Pete may be keeping the estate's windows clean, but the same can't be said for himself. He's not laying off the drink or the tablets, and social services don't want him around Emma and Ty.
Well, they say, we don't want people having any contact with you, like Ty, with Emma. Meaning his mum, fuck knows why. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, why do you think?
I don't know.
But it doesn't help, do you know what I mean? Look at him now,
What do you mean, look at me? I'm not on tablets today, have I?
But you don't look great, do you, Pete?
Well, yeah, but I'm not on tablets.
I'm not saying what you have or haven't had, Pete, but I'm just saying you're not doing yourself any favours.
Oh, no, yeah, I know.
You're not on top form, are you? If my social worker was to walk in now, she'd think that you'd had something, you'd know she would.
Yeah.
Pete knows he wasn't supposed to be at my house if he'd had a drink, and he knows he wants to stay at my house. He doesn't care. Well, he still comes, you know what I mean? Drinking beer, coming up to my door, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, singing that stupid song. Might as well put a notice, I am out my head. Had a good day? I missed you. If it come down to it, where the only way I could keep Ty was to give rid of Pete, then I would. And Pete knows it, it's not a secret. Ty means the world to me. Thank you. I couldn't go to bed and get up in the morning knowing that I've had him and I've lost him. As awful as it sounds, I'd have rather not had him before. I couldn't function with my life knowing that I've had this beautiful thing as part of my life, and then all of a sudden it's not. It'd kill me. I'd rather not live.
There isn't a day goes by that Tracy doesn't think about what she's lost.
Me and my boyfriend was both wanted. The police come to arrest him. I went in, I didn't have a phone or anything. So the police said I had 20 minutes to get home, to get the kids. I obviously went home till an hour and a half later. They'd made the call, but the transport had not come. But they tried reversing it, and they said they can't reverse it, so I had to pick my kids up out of the cots, fast asleep, and go put them in a police car, and then didn't get them back. Was meant to get them back the next day, but because of and the shoplifting, I think they're better off taking them away. I had my last contact a week and a half ago. It does say clearly that I'm not a bad mum. It's just the lifestyle and shoplifting and I don't really see the point. There isn't no point in life, is there really now? When you have kids, your kids are your life, aren't they? Take it away then when you ain't got nothing left. And that's what I feel like, anyway.
Emma's decided that she needs to move away from Pete and away from the precinct, where all the addicts and dealers know her.
I've got to go for urine test once a week. First dirty I give, Ty's gone. I've been told Pete's not allowed at this house. If he's seen the year, Ty's gone. I avoid that precinct as much as I can because you go down and people like, do you want to borrow money? No. Do you want to buy this? No. If you buy it for me, I'll sort you out. No. Here, I've got some, let me come to your house and I'll sort you out. No. Do you know what I mean? They just don't, it's like incomprehensible to them that I'm putting my child before drugs, do you know what I mean? Hi, come in a minute.
I'm cutting them in pieces for my dinner.
A support worker, Paul, has come to help Emma apply to get herself moved.
Dad, I'm going to the moon.
Looking for the future, it would help my son if I was to move. Yeah, given the opportunity, I like it, yeah. To move.
Therefore, make a fresh start. Yeah?
Yeah, which would enable me to make a fresh start, yeah.
I think if Emma gets a new place, it'd be good for her.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
so you support that one?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Once you get away from me, it's a good start. Well.
So, on to the next section.
2 minutes, baby.
Are you angry at yourself?
Yeah, yeah.
No, there's nothing else I can do. I've got to concentrate.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much for your
Silly,
help.
do you know what I mean? How old I am and that.
Kate, this is my undercare worker, Paul.
Hiya, mate, yeah.
Hello.
I saw you earlier, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, yeah. Yeah.
Like, you're trying to get them out to move and that.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Anywhere within North Lincolnshire and anything in the North East Lincolnshire.
Yeah, I get what, like,
So it could be a way away, but...
You're in the step in the right direction. You've done a good thing today.
Thank you ever so much.
All right.
Well, you did the most of it, but thank you. I really do appreciate it.
I know
Thank
you do. It's all right.
Right, thanks again. and
I'll come with you back and go back.
Obviously, the best thing is for him to have his dad about, but when his dad's been how he is at the minute, that's not the best thing at all. He's a good guy, he really is. He's got a heart of gold. But it's just them fucking tabloids.
Come here. I love you.
Since I've lost my kids, I don't care anymore. What else have I got to lose? Apart from my head.
Once you get reputation, it can stick, do you know what I mean? It's hard to get, it can be hard to get rid of. Like you say, your best chance is to disappear, to go to another estate or another town, if the truth be known.
It's taken months to sort out, but Gail's on the move, and she's hoping Sky's reputation won't follow them.
Look at me pots. Putting some big flowers and some hanging baskets in there. 5 months now without any windows. 18 months without any heating. I've been packed a week. So I'm raring to go. This is my shower. Oh, look at that. This is my kitchen. Fucking hell, it's like a palace, isn't it? Eh? Oh, all new central heating. Life throws some things at you sometimes, doesn't it? And you've just got to get on with it. You've got to be strong. And if you're not strong and you're weak, you fall apart, don't you? This is Sky's bedroom. Oh yes, I'm all fluffed.
But before she can start a new life, she's got to pack away the old one. With all her kids coming to help, it's brought the whole family together.
Put the bags in first, he said, didn't he?
Nah, the bags have already been there.
What the fuck up? You're my fucking head in. Don't even go down, man.
Put the thing back on.
I'm not putting it back on. You can fucking suck my fucking cock, you fucking lazy fat cow.
Oh, that's going to have to be sorted, because I don't know how that goes. Come on, boss. Good fucking riddance.
A lot of people seem to be stuck, one way or another. Tracy's stuck in a cycle of drugs and crime. She's been caught shoplifting again, and this time she's packing for prison.
I have to take them out the frames. I just made them because I could have had them back if I'd sorted my head out.
How do you find being in jail?
I'd find it all right. The only thing I miss is being able to have a joint in bed. If you could smoke weed in there, it'd be a luxury holiday. I mean, it does do your head in being locked up behind your door and not being able to go where you want to go. But I suppose at the same time, I'm not shoplifting or prostituting, am I? I'm getting 3 meals a day, showers, telly. The bed isn't very comfy. If we had nice comfy beds, it'd be all right as well. If I don't go to jail, I don't think I'll be shoplifting anymore. I'll just have to do my other fucking occupation.
Gail's house move's almost done.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're stuck carrying your trouble around with you.
What are you looking at?
Oh, police guy.
Why, police, why?
What are you looking at?
Why, your job finished?
Your mate's
your
looking.
job, all right?
Yeah, but your mate's looking at me.
You don't, what? Look it, please.
Look at that mess.
Why?
Look at all that fucking mess there.
Why?
It's disgusting.
Why?
What do you mean, why? People's got to walk past, haven't they, with the kids and that?
I don't why. Why problem?
Because it's a fucking disgrace, that's why. Cheeky bastards. Do you want to carry a bag?
Why?
Clean it all.
Yeah, why?
I'll give you, because
crazy.
it's awful.
Everyday crazy.
Well, fuck off back to your own fucking country and make a mess there then, where you fucking come from.
Bye!
Taking a mess with them.
Bye!
I love you, bye.
Yeah, you fucking perv.
Emma's surer than ever about moving. But for now, she's stuck in Westcliff, surrounded by her past.
You can spot it first. I want better for Ty. I want just a normal life, just where I can get up in the morning, get Ty off to school or whatever, go about my housework. Do you know what I mean? Do things with Ty at a weekend, save up for holidays. Do you know what I mean? I want it to be where eventually I'm off the methadone and everything. Maybe even go back to college, do a counsellor's course, Or get a little office job or something. Just normal, do you know what I mean?
And there's Dean, stuck living on benefits in the town he was born in. Go back a few years and Scunthorpe was booming.
I think it was the steelworks that made Scunny, wasn't it?
That's what
it's the steelworks that's made it. I think that's all they know Scunthorpe for. It's not the fucking football team, is it? It produces the best steel in the world. It's not manned nowhere near to what it used to be years ago when everyone was biking in and... There's thousands of blokes coming through this gate. Only thing now is there's thousands of blokes lost their jobs. They've worked all their life and then they get kicked in the teeth, you know what I mean?
Now it seems like there's 10 blokes for every job going.
How many jobs have you applied for, though, in the past 2 years?
I'd say over 250.
4 years, sorry.
Fucking hell. I'd say about 1,000.
No, don't go over the top, you dickhead. How many jobs have you applied for in the past 4 years?
I'd say about 600, 700 jobs.
In the past 4 years?
What kind of wage would a job have to pay you in order for you to keep, you know, your family ticking over now? With the kids?
With the house that we're in?
Yes.
400 quid a week.
With the house that we're in?
Yeah. Right now?
I'd have to be earning about 500-600 quid a week.
What kind of job in Scunthorpe could you get that would pay that?
None. None. I've told her I might have to go working away.
That's probably what he probably used to get a couple of years ago off the steelworks, 600 quid a week, wasn't it?
I was on 1,400 quid a week on the steelworks.
1,400?
When I first started. I did every call out, I did every hour going. But I tell you what, I'd have to be earning 500-600 quid a week now, and there's not a job in Scunny that'd pay that. Not a job in Scunny.
Look at how romantic that smoke looks coming out of the cooling tower. It's like, I don't know.
Shut up, Greg.
But who says you can't get unstuck? Tracy didn't get prison. She was given a rehabilitation order and is hoping to turn things around.
I regret the prostitution and not fighting a bit harder for my kids. You can't turn the clock back, can you? If you could, we'd all have perfect lives, wouldn't we?
No one's life is perfect, and there are no perfect parents.
Ass in your face, ass in your face.
You ready?
Everyone does the best with the hand they're dealt, but some people have the deck stacked against them from the start. Everyone can hope that tomorrow might be better. They might get that job, make that change, even have that new start.